Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back. We are here for episode 166 of From the Sidelines. And, oh man, I'm excited to get into the journey of everything that has gone on in the past week when it comes to learning the podcast and everything. But before I do that, let me make sure I bring in my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, man born in royal blood, Brandon Brando Baird. How you doing, brother?
What's up, man? Good. You know what? I'm doing good. I was excited. Couldn't wait for this episode. Recording a little bit later than we usually are, but it's making me wait. Making me wait. I want to talk. I want to got some shit to ask and everything. It's good though. Weather's changing. It's cold today. It's wet and rainy. It's weird. But yeah, we're feeling good.
Hell yeah. That's great to hear, brother. And I love you, Brando. Fucking dude, missed you in this week. But now we got to get into our sponsors. So first of all, I would like to, and let me just say, we have a new one coming. We have officially a new one. It's been a long time. But first, shout out to Welts Clothing. They definitely have been keeping us dripped up. Like me and Brando just got some shirts over there. Welts Wednesday was yesterday. So if you didn't grab your Welts stuff and use code FTS for 10% off, you missed it already. You gotta wait till next. You gotta wait till November, right? So here we are. Make sure you guys use FTS for 10% off at Welts. Another sponsor, Hormesis Paintball. Shout out to those guys. We love them very much. Everything they do. Our guest has a little bit of drip, as you guys can probably see, but we'll bring him in just a second. Hormesis Productions, what they're doing with All That Matters, what they are doing with the Iron Kids, oh man, I've already seen 12 minutes of the Iron Kids, so I'm incredibly excited to see the full length movie and what Dan has up his sleeve for that. I like the neck protector, Brando. I like that, just in case if you get shot.
Thank you.
I like that. And let me just say, our new sponsor, you guys probably see it on screen, Capital Edge Paintball Park. Yep. So if you're in Northern California and you really want to have a good time, come to our local field, Capital Edge Paintball Park. See some of the boys at DMG. There's some great divisional teams down there. If you're really interested in getting into the competitive rotation of maybe the CEPL or maybe WCPPL, there are teams up here that do it all. So shout out to Capital Edge. We go there. We talk about them. So, oh man. All right. And now, here we go. Let me bring in our very, very special guest. Let me just say, this is a guy who, he's been on the podcast before, and I'm excited to have him on season 2 of FTS. Aaron, ARG Image. What is up, brother?
What's up, boys? What's up?
Yup. Dude, let me tell you. It is great to have you on. Dude, when I was doing the whole rebrand thing, I was instantly like, okay, who can I get on? Right? I was like, Smiley Joe, Aaron. I want to try to get Parker 1K. You know who I'm talking about, Parker? I want to try to get him on, right? There's tons of people that I want to get on. And now that it's our show, we can pick whoever we want. So Aaron, dude, you're one of those guys that I wanted to have on. So real quick before we get into it, give us an update, brother. How are you?
Hey, man, just put the kids to bed literally 10-15 minutes before I got on. It's my daughter's headband right there. She got the same one as me.
That's sick.
But yeah, just working and living, brother. Like Brandon said, I'm enjoying this colder weather. I'm starting to watch duck migrations and getting all excited for that stuff, dude. Nerd stuff, man.
Dude, I remember seeing, I think you were putting a little video up of it was like a selfie video of you talking, and then you're just staring off into the distance. You're like, sorry guys, there were some ducks that just flew overhead. I got entranced in them.
Can't help it, dude. I can't help it.
So that's awesome. That I assume we talked about it before. Waterfowl. That's your main squeeze.
Big time. Yeah, I like deer and stuff too. Got my waterfowl set up with the antlers and stuff, and then over here I have an actual duck hanging on my wall. But yeah.
Awesome, bro. Well, dude, let me just say, I'm excited to get into tonight's episode. Me and Brando have a plethora of questions. Let me just say, before we get any further, I went on the Shelda podcast last week, and the episode came out this week as we're recording. But dude, being on that show, dude, it taught me a lot, and the way how I kind of want to change from the sidelines a little bit, because obviously I was that guy that would come on and talk. Now that things have changed and we got a shift change around here, I want to make sure I talked to Brando about it. I was like, Brando, let's have a little bit more structure to it, right? Like when we have a guest on, let's try to have these questions ready for us. So, because me and Brando, out of the three of us with Ryan, dude, we were the worst at dead air, right?
Yeah.
So we want to try to make sure to keep everything filled in to where, you know, we're getting as much out of our guests as possible, right? Because Aaron, dude, it's always a blessing when we have you on, and dude, I'm excited to seriously get around with some of these questions. But one that I really wanted to ask. So you're a family man, Aaron.
Yeah, yes, sir. Proudly.
Absolutely. How do you keep the balance between shooting for all of these big name brands and the time with the little one? How do you manage that?
My wife, dude. My wife is the real champ, bro. If it wasn't for, while I'm away at these events, because we get there. I usually have to get there like the day before. So if we're doing a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like for Texas,
Mm-hmm.
you have the 3v3s on Thursday, and then you have, which is usually practice. So I don't have to be at the 3v3s, but I like to be there. I got a lot of friends that play on the pro level and
Yep.
stuff. So I get there Wednesday. So I got there Wednesday night at Texas. So it's usually always the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but if it wasn't for my wife, like taking care of two kids now, one of them, she's 4 months old. My other daughter, she is, I call it the three-nager stage. So she has like attitude. She's three. Dude, she is the backbone of the family. She's the backbone of everything I do here. And dude, she's awesome. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be able to do any of this, man.
Dude, like I'm not a father myself, but dude, I hear that a lot. A lot of people, when they become a parent, they say it is a different kind of driving factor. Like tell us about that. Like, can you put it into words on how you describe it?
I I can't really put it into words. I will do anything it takes to provide for my family. If I have to rob, and I don't want to, obviously I'm a Christian man, but if I have to rob, cheat, steal, uh, beat up a little kid to get candy to feed my kids, like it is what it is. It's a real driving force. I'll do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that crazy.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat as Hatch. I don't have any kids, but I have tons of nieces and nephews running around. Um, and they're my blood. They're a bit of my blood. And whenever we're out and about, where I'm watching them, I've taken them to the park or whatever. Like, I can only imagine it's even more intense. Like I'm watching after them, and if some fucking kid hurts them or is put like I'm ready to put hands on a motherfucker.
Same.
And they're not even my kids. Like I could only imagine how much more intense it would be for your own, child. I yeah, I can't fathom it until it actually happens.
I just shared a TikTok today about it, actually this morning while I was at work. And what did it say? It was like if your kid bullies my kid, we're gonna fight. Like I'm gonna have to fight your dad. Like it is what it is. Like obviously I can't hit a kid, but the dad or the parent taught him how to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
Square up, homie. You know what I mean? It's going
100%.
down. Got to, man. I love my kids, bro.
That
Love.
dude, that is awesome. And let me tell you, Aaron, whenever I see you posting stuff with your daughters, dude, that brings me a level of happiness where I'm like, damn, dude, that is like the American dream. You know, when you have a job that you love, you have a wife that has no problem, holding down the fort, and like you're out there chasing your dream, right? Because isn't that what we're all doing, right? Just chasing a dream of, I mean, I hate when people call it the rat race. I like
Yeah,
I
it's
like it
stupid.
better when we're dream chasing.
Yeah.
So that kind of leads me into my next question, Aaron. Tell me about your dream when you were young compared to how you are now. What was your dream when you were young, and how are you getting to that?
So it's
Even if you're on that same direction, sorry.
gotcha. No, it's good. It's good. So I'm not actually on the same direction. So I grew up, like I said, I grew up on a farm. the last time I talked to y'all. So like
Mhm.
my biggest dream was I want to be a farmer. Well, then it changed to I want to be. This is like middle school, high school. I was actually studying to be a large animal vet.
Oh, that sounds
So I
awesome.
was, dude, it was sick, bro. So I was going to tech school for animal technology. Um, I was an actual vet tech. So I was actually going to go to college too. I was looking at like Penn State or like Johnstown University for large animal vet technology, and I was going to go there, or I was going to do. I had two. I think I was going to major in a vet field, but then
Mm,
minor in dairy sciences because I'm
Interesting.
big. Because yeah, I
really?
grew up on dairy farm, so I know a lot. I still work on a dairy farm. My buddy has one, so like I know a lot about pulling tits. You know what I mean?
Amen to that, brother. Amen to that. That
Had
is
to put it in
amazing.
there. Yeah, dude.
Okay, so overall with that, so from when you were a kid, you wanted to be a farmer, and obviously you still kind of are a farmer with your friend's land.
Kind
How
of.
so?
Yeah.
How has everything changed now compared to? I mean, obviously you're a man now. You're a lot older than when you were a kid.
Yep.
How is the dream changed now to where what is your dream right now when you see yourself looking forward?
I just I want to be something that my kids look up to. I'm a positive force that my kids look up to. That's literally all I dream about now. I love my job. I have my professional job. I'm a district manager for quality control for a construction company testing stone and asphalt. So I do that. I've been doing that for on and off because I did it 2 years before the military, and then since 2016 I've been doing that job. Um, so now it's just I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. For my professional career, I'm already district manager. So like the next step is, when my boss retires, hopefully, take over, supervisor like role for all quality control in the company. But then like my home life completely different. I just want to be the type of dad that you know, my kids come to me when they're scared. My wife confides in me and, trusts in me as a husband. My kids, you know, when Brandon, I'm pretty sure like, your dad played on Iron Man back in the day. Like I would 100% gloat on that. 100%. That's kind of like what I want my kids to do. You
I
know what I
gloat
mean?
on just having a dad.
Yeah.
So
Jesus.
you know,
Well, that's where you and I kind of got along because like my dad, I'm telling you, still to this day, he went out to the store to get milk. That line must be really, really long, dude. It's been 33 years, dog.
you know,
Yeah, he took a number way back then.
you know,
Yeah, he'll eventually get there. It's all right.
Yeah.
you know. I have a theory, Aaron. It seems like because I would get some weird feedback from my friends whenever I had like my dog and everything like that. They're like, dude, when you're a dad, you're gonna be a great dad, and I'm like, yikes, right? But I think that would you say that honestly, you and I share the pain, right? Would you say not having a dad just brought a different driving force to what you wanted to be as a father?
1,000%. 1,000. Dude, I'm not gonna get sad on this. This isn't gonna go there. But so with my older brother before he passed away, when we were little kids, we talked about it and we're like, we made a promise to ourselves and we said, because same thing with his, dad's left us. So we're like, you know what? When we have kids, I don't know, we were like freaking 12, 13. We didn't even know what being a dad was or
Mm-hmm.
like what it was about. But we're like, when we're gonna be dads, we're gonna be there for our kids, man. And it's crazy because like when my daughter was born, I cried like 6 times before I even left the hospital. The first time, obviously, Lucy. I have two daughters. I cried when both of them were born. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
huge baby. Um, but like when Lucy was born, it was all that love that came in. And then the second time, I was just holding her and I just broke down because I'm like, how could you see this magical gift from God, and then walk away from it? So like that right there is a motivation. I'll never, dude. My kids, I joke about it with like Sloan. I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the store to get milk, just to get around with her. But like, dude,
Yep.
my kids will never, ever. If anything, they're gonna have the dad that's like I want my kids to stay small forever. Obviously, everybody does, but like, I can't wait for my kids when they come to school. I go to pick them up, and I'm like embarrassing the crap out of them,
Hmm.
or like, I'm looking forward to that type of stuff. I'm gonna be that dad.
That is freaking awesome, dude. That, and let me tell you, that is an awesome goal to strive for, right? Because I mean, sometimes like I feel that same way where I'm like, man, if I ever do have my own children, how would I take it? Like, so I have this theory, me personally, where I'm like, me personally, I look at it like, how would I even know what to do, right? I didn't have one, so I didn't even have one showing me the way. So it's like, how do you
You just
even
do,
learn?
bro.
That's what it
It's
seems like.
crazy.
That's what it seems like. And so tell us a little bit about that. When it comes to just do, what does that look like? When it comes to
So like,
being a father.
gotcha. Yeah, obviously, like they don't come with owner's manuals, so like you
Damn
just
it.
gotta figure it. Yeah, I'm sorry, Brandon. I looked. There's nothing there. There's no owner's manual, so it's weird. Like there's just instincts of like, you just know how to nurture them. I kind of do it this way. I'm not gonna get very religious on your podcast, but
Be
as
yourself,
a
bro. Be
dad,
yourself. Be yourself.
oh
Completely.
yeah, I'm unapologetically.
Absolutely.
So like a dad to me, because I only have daughters. I have two daughters, but it's the same thing with sons. You want to model, and like this is, I just talked to my wife about this yesterday. I got emotional about it, but I want to model myself after the type of men that I want my daughters, because like how I am as a father, you want to be obviously masculine. You know what I mean? You want to protect your kids, but
Yeah.
you also have to make sure that you're being an awesome husband and partner to your wife.
Hmm.
And you got to show that love. You got to be open with it. I hold my wife's hand. I kiss her in front of my daughter, and it kind of pisses my daughter off because she's a daddy's girl. So she's like, "Ew, daddy, stop."
Hmm.
Um, but I want to show her that. I want to show her that her dad is in love with her mom. And
Hmm.
then also, you also want to make sure that you keep the discipline. Kids have to have discipline.
Yeah.
They can't just run around and be crazy kids. And then here's like, that was a tertiary. Here now here's the fourth one is you also want to be incredibly nurturing to your kids and teach them lessons.
Hmm.
Like, so what's that showing a daughter? It's showing your daughter that masculinity is multifaceted. So your daughter, when they go to look for a man, it's always to my dad did this. My dad always hold the door open for my mom. My dad always held my mom's hand. My dad, like Valentine's Day, I buy my daughters flowers and I buy my wife flowers and I
Hmm.
make sure that they get gifts, my wife gets gifts. So it's like, okay, masculinity is protecting. So it's going to protect her from a guy that, oh, masculinity, will beat my chest. I'm going to roll around and all they want to do is fight everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that type of guy that runs around like this, like that's going to save her from that type of guy because she's going to see like masculinity isn't just fighting everybody.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So then it's also going to protect her from those freaking weirdo guys
Yeah.
that on the nice guy, you know what I mean? Blah, 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 blah. Well, you also have to be violent sometimes to protect your family, but also so that they're going to find the type of like, they're never going to tell you this, but like they're going to find the type of guy that, okay, that's like my dad. My dad he was firm, but he openly loved my mom. And he also taught me like a lot of things. Masculinity is so multifaceted, and it's the same thing with boys too. However you treat your wife is how your boys are going to treat their significant others when they grow up. So you have to be the role model, not be a hypocrite. That's another thing. I'm pretty sure everybody looked up to their parents or anything. You're with them so much, you are the first people to see if your parents are hypocrites, and you
100%.
hate them for it if they are. So you
Absolutely.
gotta you gotta be that person that your kids look up to, either men or women. You got to.
Yeah. So would you
Yeah.
call it setting the standard or setting the bar?
1,000% you're setting the standard, bro. You are the man of your household. 100%. You gotta be that person, man.
Absolutely. That is
Yeah.
that is awesome to hear.
Yeah. Yeah. You setting the bar. It's something I've talked to my dad about growing up. Since being an adult, now married and everything, I've talked to him about what I'm finally like kind of breaking down now. When I was a kid, watching him and my mom and everything. Um, but it's the what I noticed fairly quickly into like my adult life that I've taken away from watching my dad growing up. It's the like work ethic and just having to do what you got to do for work in order to provide and you know set have a living and whatnot. You know, it, 'cause my dad, I remember my dad would wake up to anywhere from like 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning, go to work at times 12, 14, 16 hour days, come home, and either if we had practice, any you know sports practice, he'd take us. He coached. He always coached too. So he wasn't just taking us and just dropping us off. He was taking us, coaching the teams. We'd come back, and a lot of times he'd still have to cook dinner and everything. Like I mean, he's all hands on, and then you know get a couple hours of sleep and wake up and do it all again every day. And it was that drive of just constant. You know, you got to do what you got to do, right? The work ethic. I took that from him. You know, I'm willing to work and everything. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to provide for my family. And right now, thankfully, it's only Michelle and I.
Hmm.
But maybe down the road, like when kids are introduced, it's going to be a little different and whatnot. But you know, taking strides right now to in order to provide for her, right? And it's it is cool being able to dissect and look back at how you were raised and be like, yeah, wow, that really did influence me, right? You know, same thing with like drinking. Well, I don't really drink. I don't partake.
Hmm.
I like my margaritas every now and then.
Every once in a while.
Uh,
Hell yeah.
but yep, but that was something I think you know, I took from my dad again. You know, he didn't drink a lot. We had parties. Maybe he had one or two, just kind of socially, and that was it. I've never seen him drunk. Never, not once. I've
Even to
never
this
seen him
day.
drunk. So to this day,
Damn. We
yeah,
gotta change that.
never.
We gotta have him come on New Year's.
No,
Spend the night at my
no.
house.
Yeah, on his birthday, yeah, no. But yeah, that's really interesting. You know, um, yeah, how I've thought about being a parent, um, is modeling after how my parents were, and then my experiences. It's really interesting to hear, like with you guys, without having a dad, uh, um, trying to fit within that role of what like you were missing, right?
Hmm.
It that's really interesting, right? Because I don't know, I don't know what I don't know, kind of thing. So I only
You'll
know
pick
having
out. Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, you're going
no.
good.
I yeah, please go on.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna add to that. Like, you'll pick out things that your dad did, and because no matter how perfect it is, you're gonna have things growing up that you looked up to. There's some things you didn't like, so it's to your style. You know what I mean? So like, there's some things that like maybe you didn't like the fact that your dad worked all the time.
Hmm.
So maybe you're gonna pull back a little bit more because that's what my mom did. My mom worked like 3 jobs just to make sure both her sons
Yep.
like were provided for. My mom would go like, do you remember my mom had the same boots for like 5 years one point, bro? Just to make sure that we were provided for. So it's like, yes, I want to provide for my kids, but also make enough time for them too because she wasn't
Yeah,
around a lot.
Dude, my mom was the
yeah,
same way. Like when I was a kid, like dude, my mom would leave at 6 in the morning for like a 2 hour commute for this job, so she was able to afford to put dinner on the table. So, dude, I completely get that. And then I wouldn't even see my mom until like 8 o'clock at night. And then at that point, when you're like a little kid, like that's bedtime, you know.
Yep.
So I was lucky that I woke up early just to be able to see her go to work, and you know she tucked me in at night, right? And it's I can be nothing but thankful for my mom for playing both roles because that like I couldn't even imagine that. That sounds incredibly hard. It sounds incredibly scary. Like it sounds like nonstop work.
Can't imagine that, bro. And that's where like your story like hatch. It hit me hard because like with your grandparents and stuff you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
dude. Same thing with my grandparents. That's the reason why I have so many stories of being on the farm. Like we moved into town, so like the house that I'm in was the house that I grew up in, and then I bought my mom's house.
Wow.
Yeah. So like your story, like listening to yours on, and I didn't know that about you. So like hearing that, it was kind of emotional because like, you know, I went through kind of the same thing, man. It was awesome to hear about that.
Thank you, bro. Uh, I'm completely blessed that they're still here. I went over to their house the other night and I put a picture of us up online the other day. Uh, they just moved into a new house and we were helping them move, and I took them over Krispy Kremes. Dude,
Hell yeah.
my grandma has no teeth. My grandpa, like, they're both in their 90s, right? But one thing that they love and my grandma still remembers through the dementia, dude, is Krispy Kremes. Like, those are like a little special thing that I love to bring by, and uh, it's just a little gesture, where you got to cherish those moments, right? And I put a little reel up today where I was kind of talking. I was like doing a little like check marks where I'm like, okay, like, I'm a simple man. My maiden is happy. My bills are paid. I'm an Elden Lord. My friends are good. Do you really need more than that, right? Because where it's like,
No.
right, like, you don't really. That I guess that's one thing that I'm looking with in life is I don't ever want to stop living life, but I want to get to the point to where I am content with everything, right? Because like, life is a thing of peaks and valleys. You can't be the same all the time, right? There's no growth.
No.
And you can't always hit that upward part of the graph. So I think the way for contentment that I'm looking for is I'm looking to make sure I have my checklists, all my boxes checked. Make sure my girlfriend's happy, make sure my friends are okay. Because, dude, if one of my friends is in trouble, dude, I'm not okay. And that's one big thing about the paintball community is we all look out for each other. And if one of us is like upset, like, all of us are reaching out. So I guess that's just like one little tangent that I had to go off on. But yeah, overall, shout out to the family. We were raised out. I mean, I was raised by my mom, but my grandparents kind of raised me because she worked all the time, right? So
Yep.
Aaron, I mean, your mom, she played both roles. That must
Dude,
not have been an easy thing to see.
Nah, she is a badass, dude.
Yeah.
And now, like, my stepdad's been in the picture since I was 8 years old. He's awesome, and it's funny because he's a little younger than she is, so like, he's into the same things I am. Like, I'm
Hell
into
yeah.
hell yeah, brother.
Hell
The
yeah,
only thing
brother.
he hasn't done, he hasn't gone out hunting yet. So I told him, I said, Dad, I'm gonna take you out, and I call him Dad. Like, he is my dad. So like, but he likes the same things. He randomly called me the one day, and we're going over to his house. My daughter will spend every other weekend with them.
Mhm.
So we're going over for family dinner. We try to do it every Saturday or every other Saturday night. And he's like, "Hey, I got a surprise for you when you come to pick up Lucy." I was like, "What is it?" He's like, "You'll see it." Dude, we pull into their driveway. It's a 5.5, it's a 5-ton deuce and a half military truck sitting in
Jeez.
his driveway. He's
What?
like, and he looks like a little kid. He's like, "Isn't this cool, man?" But it's cool, and I'm so happy because the sacrifice he made coming into a family with two kids that weren't his, stepping up to be the stepdad. And I'm like, you know what? Hell yeah, dad. Because he's like, I always wanted one. And he always talked about it. And when he finally got it, I'm like, bro, hell yeah, bro. That's sick.
For
I
sure.
love it.
Especially when it's like when people talk about it and then when people do it and fulfill that. So,
Oh yeah.
dude, kudos to him because that is no easy feat, right?
No,
Because I mean,
he's awesome,
I've
dude.
heard horror stories of people trying to do that, right? Where they go in and someone already has kids and it's just a nightmare for them, right? But dude, that is fantastic that worked out because let me tell you, it does not. I don't think it works out as much as it probably should. I think there's a lot of obstacles with that, and the fact that you're mentally strong enough to overcome all of them, dude, that is a special type of man right there.
He's a great dude. He's awesome. I can't say enough about him. I could go off on a tangent for hours. He's a great man.
That's dude, absolutely, dude. If you want to share a memory with him, bro, dude, we'd love to hear it. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. It's just no, it's just the way he took us in. Because I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure if a lot of people will know, but people that might listen to the podcast, like if you have, you know, step parents or something, sometimes if it's bad, like you said, you might have that feeling. Like everybody has that sixth sense of maybe this person just doesn't jive with me. I never got that feeling from him, from my step grandparents. Like they're still alive, and it's like I was born in that family. Like that's how tight we are.
Wow, that must
Yeah.
be a incredible feeling.
It's awesome, dude. I love him so much, man.
That's awesome. And let,
That's
let me
good.
just let me just say, uh, that is, I did not know that about you, Aaron. So let me just
Hmm.
say the fact that dude, you and I can relate on so many things like that, dude. Hey, fist bump, brother. Love you.
Hell yeah, brother.
Fuck yeah. So okay, moving on to the next question. One thing I wanted to ask you, dude. I love those reels that you make, the motivational ones, where sometimes they'll be a little bit slower, or they'll be like black and white, and it's like you versus yourself, who you picking, or some shit like that, right? Like, dude,
Yeah.
I love those, dude. Tell us about the mastermind behind that creation. Where did you get that from? What makes you want to post it?
It's stuff that I'm going through sometimes. And it's one of those things where, I might be having a bad day. This is literally how it started. I didn't have any content because I missed um I missed Ohio for my daughter being born, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I missed Ohio. All I had was clips from AC, and I'm like, how can I recycle these? And I'm like, I wasn't feeling good that day. I was kind of feeling like trash. I was going through some stuff. I was in like a little bit of a, not a lot of people knew this. So I was in a little bit of a depression for a few months there. I'm out of it now. We're good to go. But so I was like, I needed some motivation to get myself even started during that day. And I saw this like one reel. I liked it, and I obviously didn't want to copy it, so I wanted to do my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of how it started. Because I'm like, if I'm feeling like this, there's probably somebody, at least one person out there that can actually, they can feel this too. So maybe it'll make them feel better, while hopefully it makes myself feel better. And then I just kept finding things day after day because it took off. People loved it. So I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I'll be the motivational paintball guy for a little bit, and then people still ask me. I'll get DMs like, "Yo, like when are you gonna start doing like the motivational content again? When are you gonna start doing this again?" So I gotta, you know, salt bay, sprinkle those in every once in a while.
Absolutely, and like,
Yeah.
oh, dude, I think that they are absolutely incredible. I think that
Thank
Mhm.
you,
when
man.
I wake up and I see him, I'm like, dude, fuck yeah, time to suck today's dick, bro. Let's get it over with.
Dude,
Let's fucking
hell yeah,
let's
brother.
attack this day. And I think that whenever I see those, I think that what you said is someone can relate to it, dude. My brother, it is way more than just one. There
Yeah.
are so many people that are connecting with that, and I think when people are like, you need to be disciplined, not motivated, dude. How do you think you get up the hill to start your discipline? Is motivation.
It
So I thought
starts with motivation, man.
absolutely, and I thought that was very interesting that you said that. Where you're like, I want to get motivated. I'm in this rut, because I mean, dude, peaks and valleys, people, peaks and valleys. You cannot always be on the upcline. At least that, I mean, unless you're rich as fuck, you know, where you can.
Yeah.
I mean, even then, you still can't really buy happiness. But I mean, that's arguable. But
Yeah.
Brandon's like, oh man.
yeah, a couple
Wouldn't
millies
be
wouldn't
enough,
hurt.
you know.
But
Yeah, I'd feel sad, but like on a yacht.
yeah,
Yeah,
I could
exactly.
cry on a yacht, totally. But
Let me sit.
that's very interesting, dude. That you talk about that, where you're like, I was kind of talking to myself with that.
100%. It's not like I'm masculine and I can't share my feelings because I do with my wife 100%.
Yeah.
So like I almost missed Tampa. My uncle passed away.
Sorry to hear about
So
that.
it's all right. It wasn't this year. But it was we just had the 1 year in March, and it was emotional for me because growing up I had my grandparents, and when my mom was working a lot, I had my uncle and my aunt.
Mm-hmm.
So she had a brother, a little brother, and she had an older sister. So I spent a lot of time with those people. And my uncle, when I had hair, we looked exactly alike.
Mm-hmm.
Like we did everything together. Like the offshore fishing that I did, he's the only reason why I got a jet ski to go fishing
Mm-hmm.
because he randomly called me up. And that's the stuff that I miss is, when I went out fishing and I got those like 30, I got those like almost 30 mahi and whatever else I got. I think I saw put up those photos.
Mm-hmm.
The first person I wanted to call was my uncle and be like, yo, Paul, we smashed it today. Like we killed it. But I went to go, I'm like, gosh, damn, man. So like I went through that and then, my daughter being born. So like it stopped, make sure my daughter was good. And then, you know, the depressive stage, I definitely like we're good now, but I definitely needed to get myself out. Even though I was sad, I was still trying to tell myself every day, like, hey, we're good. You got employees that need to look up to you. You need to set the example there. You have kids at home, a wife, but like my wife really helped out. I could talk to my wife about a lot. She's very good with that. So,
Absolutely. I think that's a very interesting play where you say how vulnerable you are with your wife, and dude, that is awesome because I mean I'm the same way with my girlfriend. Dude, my girlfriend has seen me from the happiest go lucky guy to a guy that is fucking like in the trenches of wreckage. You know what I'm saying? So
yep.
shout out to your wife and any supportive partner because that when you deal with something like that with the loss of an uncle, especially when you were that close, dude, that must be a whole other feeling, you know?
Yeah, he was like my dad, 100% like my dad
Wow.
for a while. Like I always, and the only time he told me he was proud of me, it was funny because he was that type of guy. That's how he was raised. You don't talk about your feelings. Like he wasn't bad. He was actually like, extremely supportive. Um, but he never said anything. Like I would always tell him it's funny. After every time I talked to him, I'd always like to make him squirm because he didn't like to talk about feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd always tell him like, "Hey, love you, Uncle Paul." He'd be like, "Yup, bye, bud," and he'd just like
Yep.
hang up the phone or like close the truck door because he's dropped me off at the house. And then it was like it was like the funniest thing. I remember he passed away from like routine heart surgery. It was just a failure in a
Mm-hmm.
surgery that he had, and Brandon might be able to know about this. They took a vein out, and it just like it wasn't strong enough for one of the main veins to go into his heart, one of the arteries to go into his heart. So that failed. So I remember getting the call for that, and my wife, like you said, being vulnerable. You know, my wife has seen me on top of the world, and I'm mostly happy all the time. Like I'm mostly always like a positive dude. Like broke down, like right over here in my house, just like I couldn't contain myself, dude. And it is funny because we both have morbid, like we have very dark humor.
Oh yeah.
So like very
She's a good
dark.
one. Hell yeah.
Like her dad passed away when we first got together, back in 2018. So like now she makes fun of it, but she has a T-shirt that says it's like one of those like funny. It has like the '90s design and stuff on it. It's supposed to be like a stupid T-shirt, and she said it says on the T-shirt, it says my dad died and all I have is a stupid shirt to show for it.
Jesus.
Nice. That's some
That's
good humor right there.
Yeah. So like my older brother passed away in 2016, so we actually have his urn at the house. It was like one thing my mom was like, I can't see my own son like in an urn.
Hmm.
So I'm like, cool, I'll watch over Kyle.
Yeah.
Like I'm my brother's keeper. I got it. So like it's funny because she never knew my brother. He passed away 2 years before.
Mm-hmm.
My brother, it's so funny. So like quick story. I know you got to get up to questions and
Not at
stuff,
all, brother.
but
Not at all. This is you episode.
oh,
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys, man.
Absolutely.
But so I remember the first time she was like, so she moved in and stuff, and then this is like probably 2 years after, like this is right before we had Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just like kept my brother up. Like we have a little thing in the side room for him, and he was a very flashy type of guy. But she was like, should we like put his urn and have like a Christmas like village and stuff because it was around Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have the heart to say like my brother would say that you're like effing stupid, like this is gay.
Oh,
But I'm like,
yeah.
he would love, and like
Oh
But
yeah.
as a little brother, I'd be like, yeah, you should do it.
Oh yeah.
Because if my brother was here, I'd be like, yeah, screw you, buddy. You hate this, and I love it. It's so
Mhm.
funny. But like, so it's just funny. Like now I tell her that, and she's like, "Why would you say that?" I'm like, I know, it's funny.
Yeah.
She's like, "Well, you could tell me no." I'm like, "Nah, it's hilarious. Keep doing it."
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
another good way of like keeping him like included. Keeping his memory alive, where it's like you're always around him. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially if you when you're doing activities like that. I mean, I go with I have a shrine for my dog in my backyard. No joke. So it's like whenever I go back there, dude, I like to decorate it, to
Hell
where
yeah.
it's just a way to keep them alive and their memory still here with us. So dude, that I definitely hear that, and I can definitely speak to that. So that is awesome.
Hell yeah, dude.
And dude, your wife sounds like an incredible person. Seriously,
I definitely don't deserve her. She's awesome.
dude.
She's amazing.
I am the same way with my girlfriend. I'm like, how the hell does she like somebody like me? How the fuck does that even work?
Yeah.
So, shout out to the supportive spouses. We love you guys. Without you guys, dude, we wouldn't even be able to wake up on the right side of the bed.
We'd be a couple pieces of shits, to be honest.
100%, dude. I was completely in the what Ryan would call the Church of Kyle, dude. I was completely in that. But dude, now like, bro, I'm at the point where I have no problem admitting it, dude. She changed my life.
I swear to God, you're so close to
This
just
guy.
caving in and marrying and asking her for her hand in marriage. Like
I don't know, bro. That sounds crazy.
just shut up. Yes, you're so
Join,
much closer.
join the cult.
Oh, I'm
brother.
just about to say you
Yeah.
guys are trying to convince
Join
me.
the cult,
joining
brother.
Scientology, bro. Oh my god. Have you? Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we
Go
have
ahead.
pamphlets, dude. What I said, just we
Yeah.
have pamphlets, bro.
Okay. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those videos where it's the guy who like I don't know what city he's in, but he is like harassing these Scientology people who are trying to like record
It's
them.
L.A. Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
LA?
in L.A.
And he's like, I think the chick's name is Sharon, and he's like, "Oh Sharon, and dude, whoever she's talking to, she just immediately fucking books it, goes right in, and I don't know how, but they have automatic doors that shut right when they're behind her. So it's like, that's what that reminded me of. How you guys are trying to
That's
get me to
us.
get married like Scientologists to random people on the streets of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Only if
guys
you
are-
want to be saved.
You guys are convincing me.
Yeah, yeah. Brandon's got it.
Yeah, you guys are convincing me, but I mean, not really, but we'll see. But okay. One thing you were talking about, Aaron, when it comes to you were talking about sacrifices and how like you made a ton of sacrifices. You missed an event because of your daughter's birth. Obviously, that's as it should be. If you're not going to your daughter's birth and you go to a paintball tournament, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah, you're a POS, dude. Yeah.
100%. Right. So when it comes to paintball, when it comes to paintball, what is the biggest thing you've sacrificed as a player or a media guy?
As a player, I wasn't sacrificing nothing as a player, dude. I used to play in the NXL, like I did not care. Like
Oh yeah.
all I was doing was drinking. Like so I played down and I was like 2016, 2017, 2018. I played at PAPS. Down with the Revo boys when they were at PAPS, and then 187 crew and like they came over and stuff. Well, when Revo picked up a bunch of the 187 crew. So I was playing down there. That's actually how I get to know Henry. And like now Henry and I like we hunt together and stuff. Like he's one of the boys, bro.
Oh hell yeah.
Awesome.
Are you talking about?
Yeah,
are you
actually
talking about
just-
Henry Sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah.
Just want to make sure. He's a cool guy.
Yeah. He dude, I love Henry. He's hilarious, dude. A lot of inappropriate texts are sent back and forth. He's hilarious, dude.
That is this number one sign of a great friend. If you can have heinous text messages to where you're like, man, my FBI agent is looking at these and just
100%.
about to push
dude.
about to file me in his system.
If the law services ever get a hold of that group chat, just put them
Oh,
on,
yeah.
bro. Like
You know?
I'm done. I'm done, dude. But like so like as a player, I would literally because we practiced Saturday, Sunday, and this is when I was a heathen. I don't drink anymore. But me and my friends, we would stay over at my one buddy's house. It was 3 of us that would go out to the team and practice. So we'd all stay because we lived like around each other. We would party till 3 o'clock in the morning. It was a 3-hour car drive because I live in southeastern PA. We'd have to drive to Maryland at Paps.
Mhm.
So we'd party till 3 o'clock in the morning. We'd get up at 7, leave at 7:30 to be at practice by 10. And we did
God.
that for 3 years straight. So I didn't give up nothing being a paintball player except for no, I would still drink at events. Just we're good. I just drink. I don't care.
Mhm.
Um, but the only sacrifice is now being a media guy. Um, and Verbal, I'll do a shout out for Verbal. I'll probably shout out a bunch of people, but
Love Verb.
Brian's sick, dude. Brian, he told me he's like, never sacrifice. He's like, these people are paying for you to spend time away from your family. He's like, so don't. And I've done this before, and I'm not going to anymore. Not at all. I I sacrifice time away from my kids,
Mhm.
and I don't have ridiculous prices, but you're going to have to pay for me to spend time away from my kids. If you don't, like, I love paintball, but I have a couch and a TV. I can watch it from the couch and the TV. I don't need to go out to these events. It would really suck. I'd be very sad for a while.
Mhm.
But I have my family. You know, paintball, unfortunately, and it's come to this where paintball is not going to be there at my funeral. My kids are. My family is.
Wow.
So it's if I have to give up paintball, I will. It'll suck. I'll still have all this stuff. I'll still go out to the local field an hour from my house and do locals. But it's one of those things where I have to sacrifice family time. That's what sucks.
I never looked at it
Yeah.
like that, where paintball's not going to be at your funeral. I never looked at it like that. That is an interesting way to put it.
Yeah, and
Oh, go ahead.
I love it too, man. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like,
No, no.
I love paintball. That and wrestling were the only things sports that I loved, and I started paintball at I started paintball around like 13, but like I was working at Walmart to literally feed my paintball habit.
Mhm.
I make like 250, $300 a week, but I'm like, hey, that's a couple cases of paint. We're good to go, baby.
Yep. You know that that is incredibly interesting the way that you are wording that, because one thing that I've always heard, and I mean, dude, you're unlocking a level into my conscious and just keying it in, where this is a perspective that everybody needs to realize. Paintball is always going to be here, like at all times. It's always going to be here, right? Unless something happens where paintballs get outlawed or something, like paintball is
We
always going
forget
to
the
be here.
formula how to make paintballs, and yeah.
Oh
No,
yeah,
fuck.
dude. The Library of Alexandria just burns down with the paintball formulas of every paintball company, and now we're fucked. So,
Yeah.
Damn.
but damn, dude, that just unlocked a different level to my conscience, Aaron. That holy shit, bro. That is fucking awesome. But
Yeah, yeah.
Brando, why don't you get in here, bro? Why don't you get in here and ask a question, buddy? Why are you so quiet, bro?
Me? What the fuck?
Put him on the spot,
Have you
man.
heard him? Have you
I
heard
don't
this guy,
know.
Aaron?
God
I have not
damn.
heard this guy.
Jesus Christ.
We're
No.
trying to cut it back on Dead
I do
Space.
miss your voice, Brendan.
Me too.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh my God. So I did just top off. Did like what you were saying, that your time's valuable, and not just monetarily, right?
Mhm.
It's yeah, time away from family. I able to relate to that in a way. Right? Again, don't have kids, but I love spending time with my wife. Awesome. Um, but along with your content and everything, it when when I'm scrolling, when I'm on Instagram, and my eyes aren't being caught by who's posted it first. It's the content first, and then to see who's posted it. Typically, say on Instagram or whatnot. Um, dude, when I see your content, it stands out to me that I know your content when I see it. I know when your pictures the way they are. I and with that, like, is there something that you do or you use, whether it's editing, actual hardware that uh, makes you stand out from others?
It's an editing style,
Mhm.
and I'm glad you said it that way because I purposely edited my photos that way. I I like what Matty Marshall said about paintball. It's a game where you simulate shooting other people. It's a war simulation game.
Yep.
All right. So tournament paintball gets a little bit away from that. It's like if you gave everybody German chocolate from back in like, World War II and then put them in a locked room, 10 people, five this side, and just say, hey, crack addicts, get at it. So like that's our paintball. So I like to I like to edit photos that my favorite style, it's like tattoo shoots where it's a little bit, you get a little bit more darker colors. Those are coming in. It's a little bit more gritty. I like that type of stuff. I like to capture the action. I like when people like Scott, I'm really loving to shoot Scott Stewart and like Cyrus
Mm-hmm.
now, especially same thing with Keith Brown. Like, I love people that talk shit, dude,
Oh hell yeah.
because bro, dude, it was because Verbal actually caught it. I saw it because I have the photo of it and I posted it up. It's a photo of Scott Stewart looking back, and I love Dynasty too. All right, but he was talking shit on Harrison because Harrison said something the point before Harrison Fry, and he was like saying something about like, oh, you overshot me, like check your eyes, like your vision might, or something like that. I couldn't hear nothing, but Scott the very next point they came down and stomped it back on him, and he's like, yeah, how's my vision now, motherfucker, or something like that. He's like, how's my vision now, excuse my language. um that's verbatim, okay, I'm just putting it out there, all right. But I took a photo of that because that's the type of emotion I love to capture, man. And then like you take that and you edit it in a certain, like, I don't know what type of way it is, but it's a little darker. It's, bring up the colors, bring up the what is it, the sharpening, really make it a sharp, good photo so you can
Mm-hmm.
feel it. It's like the photo has teeth, dude. I love
Yes.
that shit,
Let
dude.
the photo speak in a way, you know?
Yes, like the photo, you could almost hear the words, or you could almost feel the action coming out, like you're expecting the camera to like pan over. Like, I don't know, that's the type of stuff I love. And I edit it with that same style every single time because I want that effect to happen to where, Brandon, you said you can tell my photos from anything. And I've had my photos stolen a bunch of times. But I can tell even if they chop up in the bottom corner right there, yeah, that's where I usually have my watermark.
Mm-hmm.
If you chop that off, that is my photo. I know it is.
You still know, yeah, and
You're the enemy
like
if you do that, Loki.
It's happened to me a couple times, bro. I've had to put some people on blast before.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, Brando. Were you gonna say something?
sorry, yeah, I'm just looking at your photos. Uh, I posted the Scott Stewart one in the chat. Um, but yeah, you said the grittiness of it, and that's the perfect way to explain it. And I couldn't find the right word for it, but as soon as you said the grittiness, it's like, oh, dude, yes, that is perfect. It does feel gritty and just like you're there. It really is nice. They're beautiful pictures.
Oh
Thank you,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I just think people needs more of that, bro. Like, yes, we can be lovey-dovey, we can be friends and stuff like that. Trust me, I got friends everywhere, but sometimes like when you lower the mask, you need to punch someone in the face, bro. Like you got to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if I don't, I've only played Division 3, but like if I was on a semi-pro squad playing against you guys, like, hey, love you boys, but I'm gonna try to do my best to beat you guys, and you guys would do the same thing.
Dude, you're the enemy in the net. You know,
A
if you're on the other
hundred
side.
percent, 100%. So it's like a lot of stuff. Like I love all content in paintball, obviously, but it's like, you know, not everything can be like, oh, we're holding hands, like this is pretty. Like, no, show that side of paint. That's the side of paintball I love to see. Like I'll post like the cool stuff like off the field, like the very mushy stuff, like especially when Tampa, when Fit won their first event of this year.
Mm-hmm.
I got, dude, let me tell you something. The Fit parents, the mom and dad, bro, he stopped me at Texas. I have so much respect for both of those. So the dad, he stops me. He's like, "Hey, what's your name?" I'm like, "Oh, my name's Aaron." What's your company name? I'm like, "Oh, ARG Image." He's like, "Hey, I got a lot of respect for everything you put out." He's like, I love seeing this stuff. He's like, "I see you moving from here to here to here, then you're running back off the field and back on." He's like, you work your tail off, kid. I'm like, "Thanks, man." But that's, I don't know, man. Like, I love the fit guys, but like, so you capture that stuff off the field, that can be like that. But my stuff on the field, I want that grittiness, bro.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think you capture it perfectly.
I agree, and
Thanks, bro.
I hate how I hate how I get in trouble for it. Most of my teammates are like, "All right, Hatch, dial it back, reel him back in," because dude, oh man, I love chirping. I think it's one of my favorite things ever, and I hate how it is like not prohibited, but is definitely, at least from the refs on this in semi-pro, it is like frowned upon,
Yeah,
and
it's weird.
it is so weird. You know, it's like, especially if we're training to be like the next in line for pro, right? Like, how weird is it that it's like you go from such a different format when it comes to semi-pro to pro. I mean, even in the randomly in the finals, they changed the format to where they're like, hey, now we're gonna run two halves, a different format from the entire weekend, from every other 50 of the matches played over the weekend. The finals is different.
They
You
should
know,
bring like it's another thing for that, but it's also like the overshooting stuff. That's
I
still,
love overshooting.
yeah, but that's still like, isn't it still a rule in semi-pro where you can't like overshoot or something?
Oh, dude, let me. You know what?
There's a fine line. Yeah,
Let me post.
Yeah, I know. I
I'll
know the
post a little
line.
something, something.
The rule for pro is obviously there's no overshooting penalty as long as it's not malicious. I get that. That should also be for semi-pro.
yeah.
Then obviously
I
change it for lower divisions.
yeah. I think it is. They'll call it malicious quicker than they would in pro.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Okay,
So they're
I'm gonna throw up these
oh,
pictures in the chat, dude. I got
okay.
shot so much, dude. They shot my visor in half.
Holy crap.
Look at the ones I just put in the chat, due to where I was like, I would like have my hand up, and dude, the guy that I just bunkered would turn around and start shooting me in the face, and then the refs would not even throw a fucking penalty, and I'm like, bro, I just bunkered this guy, and he's shooting me in the face, right? It is just it is just so fucking weird, you know how it is frowned upon on semi-pro field, where it's like, dude, that is where the fire and the stories begin, right? Like the
100%, bro.
fucking the PB Fit blast camp like rivalry, bro. That was the most fire we've seen in the semi-pro division in a long ass fucking time.
Yes.
Because now nobody talks shit anymore. Nobody says anything. It's just like,
You'll hear some of the New Jersey Jesters guys talk a little bit of smack. Like, uh, I haven't watched them for a while, but like World Cup when they versed, it was like a freaking, I don't think it was Sunday, but when they beat Wrecking Crew at World Cup,
Oh, that was Sunday. Yeah.
dude, that was some of the best paintball I have ever seen. Because you have New York Wrecking Crew, the young guys, Marcelo's behind them. They're the young guys. They're coming up. Then you just have this group, misfit dude, and I love the Jesters guys. All right, but they're just like they're older dudes, whatever, bro. Those dudes, the shit talking after that match, bro. I have so many photos. I was giggling like a little school kid, having so much fun recording that.
oh yeah. I think it just brings out the fire. It like the and not only that, like, I mean, it's another thing when it comes to capturing emotion. Like, say if both teams are talking shit, one team has to lose, dude. Like, the emotion that you can capture from a player who's been talking shit and then they lose, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's a lot of other stuff that also like doesn't get like recorded or doesn't even see light in media, right?
Yep.
And I mean, that's one thing that I definitely think we need to highlight when it comes to everything. I remember I was I was also on the Center 50 podcast, and I was talking about the Reckoning series, about how like
Ooh.
emotional that was. You know, like Mike Hinman was willing to put his fucking hands on A-Rod because like he's like, how bad do you fucking want this? You know, Like
Yeah.
that just shows like just so much like emotion to it. I mean, obviously I was like, oh, if you take it out of context, it's kind of abusive, but it's also like, dude, my coach Chim, he's fucking grabbing me by the shirt and he's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you making decisions like that is going to lose us the tournament. And hey, let me just say, I didn't get a single penalty the last event. That's pretty good for me. That's really good for me, actually. So thank you, Brando. Thank you. Appreciate the claps.
Yep, round of applause.
But what the fuck are we talking about?
Bring back those moments, dude.
Oh,
I'll
yes.
even do one better. What was it? Serial Killers, or I think it was 2005. Joy Division versus Dynasty, and Joy Division was killing it over in Europe, destroying. They won like 4 out of the 5 events in Europe, and they were like literally breaking their backs to come over here to the States and win 1. It's like Tauntauns today almost.
Yeah.
And then I think it was the one event, I think it was MPPL's World Cup or something like that, where they were fighting. It was Excessive, Dynasty, and Joy Division, and they were literally like 2 points from each other. It was, I think, Excessive, Dynasty, and Joy Division, and Excessive had to not make Sunday. They made it, so then Joy Division was like, cool, we can't win first place and we can't win the division now. So now we're just going to go and punch Dynasty in the mouth. And then it was at like the last point where it was 2v2, and then they came down and bro, they were just shooting each other in the face. Like,
oh, fuck yeah.
Dude, the crazy emotion. Alex Frazier's like pulling this dude back, and like Alex Frazier's known for being super chill, but he's like literally pulling the one Joy Division dude's freaking jersey back, like holding him back. Like, it was crazy, dude. It was awesome, dude. I love that stuff, dude. Bring that back.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that the masks are completely safe for shooting the fuck out of each other. I mean, I'm not endorsing Mexican standoffs or anything, but like, isn't that like couldn't that possibly be like the equivalent to like a hockey, like when they throw down on the ice in hockey?
Yeah.
Like, I think that it's also, I mean, I'll reference the Bruiser clip again when he fucking punked out JC. Like, I love that video because he fucked JC up.
Was it the DMG clip where they were fighting shooting? Yes, I love that clip.
Right? I love that clip, dude. Dylan punked JC so bad, and
he tried coming back for that too. It's like, you can't come back.
No, you
sit
cannot.
down, dude. Sit down and shut up.
Wait till you get to the next one, and then better fuck that guy up.
Yeah. You can't redeem yourself, dog. Sit down.
Right. So, I mean, look how many views that clip got, because people are like, "Damn, that shit looks insane." Right? Like, I'm not saying that we should fuck each other up like that, but it's also like, does that just not add to the fire where when people see that, they're like, damn, like, those guys, there must be some kind of underlying story to where why are they shooting the fucking shit out of each other?
Well, also, what was it? Impact? I'm sorry to cut you off, Brandon.
You're good.
But going off of like what you said about the views and that, what was it at Cup? It was, what was it? Impact and Infamous, where the one Infamous dude was walking off after he got shot, and he's getting, I forget what other team it was.
I think it was Diesel. Diesel and Infamous.
It might have been Diesel. Just getting in that dude's face.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
They were face to face, both teams. I literally just showed that to my employee at work, because he was like, he follows me, and he's like, he wanted to know a little bit more about paintball. And I'm like, dude, here's the most rawest, sickest clip I can find. I had to go back into Enrique's, like, I had to surf.
You're going hard.
Stuff, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I was going back, and I showed him, and I'm like, literally counting how many times the Infamous guy got shot. And he's like, why is he getting shot so many times? I'm like, the Diesel guys have to show up for Mouse, and they got to shoot him to try to punk him out. But that dude was, we counted 17, 18 times, bro, in the back of the head.
Not even phased.
Not budget, bro. Not at all.
Absolutely. And you can't show fear like that, because at that point, your whole fucking team knows, right? And, it was funny because Enrique's angle doesn't show it, but I think it might be maybe DQ's angle. Dude, Zach Patient reached back and tried to use the fucking force to stop all the other balls coming to him. But on Enrique's footage, though, the way he's lined up, it doesn't show. It's like this, where it's like he can't see his arm going straight back, right?
You can't. No, no.
Oh, dude, that shit goes hard. And plus, people are like on the sidelines. They're like, ooh, You know,
That was me.
right?
I was recording and I'm
right?
like, oh.
Isn't that like what you want to see? You know, where it builds hype to a match where it's like, damn, these guys fucking hate each other. Maybe hate is a strong word, but it's like these guys do not want to, like, neither of these guys want to lose to each other, and they're both like putting almost like a pheromone out in the air where they're like, you can't phase me, and the other guy's obviously giving it the same energy. He's like, you're not fucking phasing me.
They're sniffing for that bitch, bro.
Absolutely.
They're sniffing for it.
I mean, obviously,
that pheromone you're talking about,
bitch, for sure.
Who's gonna bitch first, bro?
I completely agree, right? And I think that Zach Patient, dude, if you look at Mouse got shot from Zach Patient, that was it. Everybody from Diesel was just he was like, oh, what the fuck is going on over there? He just started annihilating him.
Dude, you saw lanes from like the Snake corner or Dorito corner coming in, the Home coming in.
Yeah.
There might have been a dude all the way down in like their side, like trying to be like all ninja. He's just like, nah, you know what? I'll reach over.
Fuck it. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And dude, Clint does not shy away from that. Clint Johnson behind him, you should see him. He's fucking hitting the fucking bye-bye and just annihilating him while he's walking away. Right? Like, dude. I'd honestly bet that I want to watch the full clip again because I feel like that is easily over like 30 shots. Like, easily over 30.
I think what the video, for the length it was, I think I counted a solid, from what I could see, like, I think I called a solid like 21 shots.
Okay, damn. We got to like break that down sometime. Oh, dude.
I would love to.
Someone posted it from the angle where it has Zach Patient's back, right? Where it actually shows how many times he's getting hit. So, Brando, while we're talking, find out.
I'm looking. I'm already looking.
My guy.
Dude,
I appreciate
I told
that.
Brian before, sitting on the sidelines, because like Verbal and I talked.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I have to start a petition to get me up in the booth with Matty Marshall because like
Me too, bro.
I got a mic.
I'll sign for you.
Bro, I got to mic myself up because when I'm watching matches, it doesn't matter if it's divisional or if it's pro. I'm on the sidelines and I literally have to edit out of my footage so many times because I'm like sitting there and I'm like, I'm filming and somebody makes a crazy move. I'm like, oh, holy shit. Or I'm sitting, if I'm not recording it, I forget what point it was at Texas, but this is me every single time. It doesn't matter how big the game is or how small it is. I'm literally like, if somebody makes a good move, I'm like, oh, he's going to do this. Mm-hmm. Or I put my head, you'll see me, I put my head behind, like my head's behind my head. And I'm like, if somebody's about to like come down and win like a 1v2 or something, I'm waiting for it. And I'm like, oh, I got to make myself up for at least 1 point.
Yeah, dude.
I'm hyped behind the mask, bro.
Okay, was that you that posted the video where it was like, you were like, oh, a coach's voice from the pits? Was that you that posted that?
No, I didn't post that one. No.
I want to know who did post that because I was like,
I posted up one from a coach from
yes,
Wolfpack.
That's what I meant.
Straza.
Yes, so that was you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was me.
Dude.
Yeah, I posted the Straza one.
You should totally mic up our coach. Holy fuck.
I'll do it.
Shim?
Dude.
Oh.
Tell me that would not be funny as fuck for us.
I got him right here, brother.
Dude.
I got the mics. I already got permission. I got permission from not by the coach from Damage, but I got Mark from Damage. He was like, bro, I'll pay you to like mic up our coach. And I know the Damage coach is like,
Joey?
He gets it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I already got what is it? Mike. What, I forget what his Mike Bianca from Dynasty.
Oh,
yeah. He's one of my boys. I love Mike. He's like, yeah, mic me up. And like that's my thing. I don't want to capture like play calls or like game stuff. Like any photos that I post up of coaches, I literally, if I can see their clipboard, I'll like actually like blur it out. Or I just won't post it. But like I just want to capture the emotion.
After the event.
Exactly. That's what I'll do. Yep.
Right? Because it's like at that point the layout is fucking useless after the event.
Yeah.
Right? You're never gonna play that shit again. Right? And you know, with kind of relating to that, one thing I was talking about in our DMG group chat is I was like, boys, I think one of the ways how media is going now is I think we should live stream a portion of our practices. Right? Because people love watching live something, right? And so you know, some of my teammates are like, oh well, we don't want to reveal the sauce. I'm like, bro,
whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Right? I would rather just have my fucking skill show it.
Yeah.
Right? That like I wanted to have it to where if they're gonna scout us anyway, who gives a fucking shit? Me personally.
Yeah, good. If they're scouting us, good.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
So, Like, I want it to be they can scout me, know exactly what I'm going to do, and still lose to me. Like, that is the goal, right?
Well, there's ways to set your mics up. So like I have my mic set up for I think a 30. It's called like gain, what the mic can capture.
Okay.
And then I put the mics on the back of the person, because if you put it up here,
It's blown
then
out.
blown out from gun, stuff.
Yep.
So if
That's
you
what
put it
I
on the
do.
back of their head
Yep.
with the mic sitting up, you can actually capture. But I've actually seen it in video, because I'll mic up. The Wolfpack guys are cool as hell.
Shout out to
So
Ivan.
like, dude, Ivan,
Love Ivan.
Straza, Mike, freaking Dan, Enrique, he's a part of them. All right,
Yep, love
Straza,
them.
Christ, they're awesome dudes. It's like they let me mic up their practices. So if you set the gain perfectly, when they're doing their play calls, you can't hear anything.
Interesting.
You can't hear the play calls, but you can hear them yelling. You can hear them like joking around. You can't hear the play calls.
'Cause I feel like
I've
when
already
you're
looked at video.
I feel like when you're talking in code, because every team has their own codes. If you're talking properly in your team's code, are they ever going to get it? Unless you're like,
No.
oh, I'm going to the fucking alpha and just pointing directly to a bunker, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless if you're giving away the sauce that way, I could see that. But it's also like, it's a way to grow the game in general, where it gives something for the people to watch.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's a good idea. Giving up the sauce. Bunker, whatever. We all have bunker names. So much of it's like really similar. It doesn't that doesn't affect me. I don't think that matters
If
too
the
much.
other team
But
knows what I'm calling back center, dude, they're geniuses.
whatever.
They're
Yeah,
geniuses.
that's for our team. Not them.
Yeah.
Right? It's the little codes in between that when we're really close might interfere or don't want them to know. But even then, it's like if we say it once or twice during the live stream, like, are they really gonna know? I don't know. I don't think so.
I want them to scour the footage so much because they want to beat us so bad. I mean, that's what I want the competition to be. Because without a doubt, I was doing that, right? Like when Blast Camp was semi-pro, I was watching their fucking footage to do that. But
People want to see the footage of you guys.
Absolutely, people want to see us being humans.
100%.
And people don't realize that now, where since we're on a podcast and we're talking through screens, people are just like, oh well, they're screen people, but we're human beings at the end of it, right?
Yep.
And every single one of us on the team has a different dynamic, has our own fucking problems, has our own ideology of life. Who cares? Every little bit needs to be out there. I want people to feel like when they want to come out to Capitol Edge Paintball Park, the greatest fucking paintball park in Northern California, when they see that, they know we're gonna be there. I got lost in the sauce of my own ad read. Sorry, I don't even know what I was gonna say, but basically that was what I was gonna say.
A beautiful plug.
Yeah.
Beautiful plug.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But I just don't think that it's getting the sauce, because we are, in a way, growing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is obviously proven to show that the way that the younger generation wants to watch something is not really on television anymore. Everybody's like, oh, well, I'll just watch it on my phone. Like, let me just watch I show speed blow something up, on a live stream. Because and I think that's one reason why people like live streams so much, is because it is raw. Nothing is cut out. Everything is live. Everything is in the moment. And I think that's what people like to see.
Yeah, look at the Fit Life series.
Exactly. That's what I try to relate it to, because dude, everything that PB Fit is doing and everything that Verbal is doing, dude, like, I mean, people are like, oh, you just want to copy them? No, dude, I want to create more content similar.
Yes.
Right? I want more people to be able to have eyes on our team. I want more people to see us as people, because instead of just fucking paintball players where that go and compete in the NXL, I want them to be able to see that we're, Papa Cedar, he's the fucking dad of the group, so he's about to pull off a fucking dad joke and send you a dad reel on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? While he's taking a shit. I want everybody. We have such great personalities on the team, and every team is like this. Every team has such good personalities. I can't just say that just our team is special like that, to where it needs to be seen.
Mhm.
And I think what you did with the coaching, the coach mic'd up, is awesome. That is perspective that is not seen very much, because you can see like the emotions behind the coach, where it's like, where when a coach argues the call when it's complete fucking bullshit, right? Like you can see the fire in the coach's eyes. So
You know how that came up? Why I started even doing that?
what's up?
So I was supposed to capture a single player for just video, just a personal package, and he sat the last two points just because that's how the play style is going to go out.
Mm-hmm.
And Strauss is my boy, so I was just like, man, I want to capture something, bro, but I'm not going to get shot for free. I don't want to get shot for free. That shit hurts
Yep.
when you're not when you're not playing and you don't have like those type of juices going through your system. You feel every shot and it hurts worse.
Oh,
So go ahead.
just agreeing. Sorry.
Oh no, gotcha. So I was just like bored. I'm like looking over. Strauss is like, and Strauss is animated, dude. Like he is so funny. And so I'm like, all right, let me flip this thing up and record this guy real quick.
Yep.
Because his ADHD, because I had talked about it because we're in a Discord here, and he will check. He's here, then he's here, then he goes halfway, then he's back here, then he goes over here, then back there, then here, so that's the reason why it's like so hard for me to track it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I made it like let's do how many times he checks the scoreboard counter.
That was good,
So, like,
because
I
it was
did
almost
that.
double digits. It was good. He's constantly going
He was
back
close, bro. If I recorded every single point, there's one point I think he checked it 8 times.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Because he's obviously like, he is so invested into the game, he is counting every single second that is there.
Yes.
Right? And he's like, oh, like, let me make sure the timer in my head is right, because he's probably counting the time in his head. He's like, oh, let me go double check, right? And obviously the anxiety from the match, the pressure of the match, he's like, as a coach, he's like, okay, if I need to blow it, I need to know exactly how much time is left and make sure it's workable with my team. You know, you
And I
don't
do want to mic
late.
him up. I'm sorry.
Not at all.
I just wanted to I want to mic him up like you were saying, because the way he talks to his team, it's almost like a dad. He's stern. He doesn't break down to build up. He's stern, tells them what they need to hear, and then it's mostly build up. Like the way he talks to his dudes, he genuinely loves his guys.
I agree. I've seen multiple videos of that guy where he's like, does he own his field?
I believe so. Don't quote me on that, but I believe so.
Okay, well, either way, he's heavily in the game of paintball. Like when it comes to that local presence.
Oh yeah.
Anybody who is like that, dude, I immediately have respect for, because it's like, without people like that, paintball is not surviving in that area.
No.
So
not at all.
So people like that definitely need their credit. They need their flowers in a way, because without people like that, dude, paintball would literally be dead. So
oh yeah.
That, like, sorry, I just went on a complete tangent, but the miking up of coaches, that shit is awesome, seriously. Mm-hmm. And we need to keep that shit up. And are you focused on who's the next person that you're focused on when it comes to that?
Mike Bianca for Dynasty.
Give me a couple. You got a couple?
Yeah, so I definitely got to go with Mike from Dynasty because he is my boy.
Yep.
He's also another man of faith. And we talk a lot. Honestly, like some of these guys, like Dynasty is one of those teams, like it was one of the first teams I liked, plus with like Excessive and Joy Division when I first started. So then I knew I actually partied with like the one coach from Dynasty back when I was playing in like 2016. I gotta remember his name. I actually have a picture of him. It's funny.
2016.
But then when
was that?
I gotta remember, I have his Rusty Glaze. Yep. So I have a picture of me, and I was like holding the moonshine down because like I respect Rusty too.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a picture with Rusty Glaze at Ion, 2016. Nice. It was pretty sick. Yep. So I always have love for the Dynasty guys, and so when Mike got pulled over, I believe from damage, the dude's a stoic. So I was like, cool. Like I got talking with him, and I'm very respectful when I try to like ask people for things, and I don't really try to ask people because I feel like I'm using an advantage other people wouldn't get. So I kind of feel like a D-bag if I try to do that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But like he saw the series, and dude, the guy's so supportive. So I have like a special group on the side for like, it's like ARG Behind the Lens, and it's like a private messaging group while I post stuff up. And Oh, I didn't even
Yep.
know that, dude.
Yep.
Yep. Love that shit.
Stop now I'm blushing, dude. Stop. So Mike's in there too. And I posted up there saying like, hey, I want to capture more of this stuff because I got some DMs like, yo, this is great content. So Mike actually got a hold of me. He's like, hey, I saw your message in the group. I want to do this. Like, obviously, don't capture any play calls, which I don't want to do. So it's him, and then I'm also friends with some of the guys from Damage. So I'm probably gonna get their coach if he's okay with it.
Mhm.
And obviously more of Straza. You gotta get
Mhm.
Straza, dude.
Oh yeah.
And I contacted
Any coach like
Marcelo
that for
too.
sure. Really? Okay.
Oh
You
yeah,
about
I
miking up Marcelo or the damage coach?
know Marcelo too
Okay, hell yeah.
because he
That'd be
coaches
good.
he coaches the Wrecking Crew guys.
Oh,
Oh, okay, that makes
okay,
a
And he
ton of
has
yeah.
sense.
Yeah, and they practice at Quick Shot, which is an hour and like hour and 50 minutes from my house. And I'll see him at some of the local events while I'm shooting there. I'll see Marcelo. I'm like, oh, yo, what's up, bro? And he's like down to earth, good freaking dude. So like I asked him and he's like, hey, let me go talk to the full-time coach to see if he's cool with it. But if I can, I'll mic up Marcelo too.
Hell yeah. I
That'd
mean,
be cool.
that's the beauty of like having microphones like that in this day and age where you really can like quote unquote isolate a player and really show them off in a way, right? And I think
Yep.
that that's one of those things where I mean, in football, like when you want to put eyes on one person, they basically have to have the ball for it to be interesting, almost in a way, right? Or the ball has to be coming to them, they have to be blocking. Paintball is one of those things where there's not a focus point, where the player is the focus point.
Yep.
And I think that it's I think it's very, very interesting when it comes to miking up people because, especially with the angles of the field, and say if you're in collab with somebody else, we can get two different angles. That
Yeah.
shit is like next level good, especially when you can like sync the audio to the two different angles and really paint a picture of that entire match and that entire scenario. So
It's sick, dude.
especially when they get in clutch situations where it's like, I mean, I wouldn't say they're revealing the sauce on how they're winning their 2v2s, but you're definitely, if you're watching it, you're taking away like, okay, that's his thought process, right? He's not moving because of the way that they're set up, right? Not until at least his teammate catches up to the other side of the field or something like that. You get to kind of see or guess in a way what they're gonna do. So I think that miking up, that would be sick if you mic'd up Marcelo.
Yeah, and if anybody's watching that would want to do it, I have the power to cut things out if you don't want it. So just hit me up. You
Okay.
know, I've done it before. You know, I've mic'd up some people that are like, hey, I forgot that I had the mic on. I talked about some personal things with my friend on the sidelines. I'm not sure if you caught it, but if you did, can you cut that out?
Mm-hmm.
100%. I want to be as respectful to people as possible.
Through the power of editing,
He
anything is
will
possible.
he will
Mhm.
cut out any slurs you guys say, but know that he has them in his back pocket.
Oh,
So
he keeps them on a separate file.
I will
yeah.
never do that, bro. I'll never do that. Yeah. But if you double cross me, I got it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay, so one recommendation that I want to give, I'm obviously biased, but dude, you should mic up my teammate Paul Stoller, big tall Paul.
Yeah.
He is one of those
Ooh,
guys where,
yes.
dude, like, not only is he an entertaining player to watch, dude, he is clutch as fuck. He is so
And
good, and his
not just on the field. Oh, not I'll say
yes,
that not just on the field. He fantastic player on the field, but off the field, the way he's able to bring everyone together and calm situations down and reel everything in and like, hey, we're a collective here. Like goldfish time,
yes,
Forget about the last point. We're good. This is what we're gonna do, right? It just brings everyone together, and it's so calming. That is a good person to yeah
right.
someone to mic up that
Dude,
Paul
I'm
would be
telling
great.
you, right? Because I wish you were there at the last event, Brando, where me and Paulie had to basically yin and yang coach. It was mostly yin, so it was mostly him, right? But I was a little bit of yang. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah,
there were multiple times where we were like, okay, in the meeting before we even like started the tournament, we're like, okay, we need a word where everybody just like when you hear that word, you shut the fuck up, you drop what you're doing, you drop who you're talking to, and you come over to the clipboard to figure it out, right? And so like that, I mean, that was one of our plays. It's not giving anything away because it's a fucking word, but we're using the word cowboy. We're like, whenever Paul called cowboy, we were all like, there were times where I'm talking to Lastro and he's like cowboy. I'm like, oh, boom, instantly out of there, right in a second.
Hell yeah.
I really wish you got to see it, Brando, where because when we didn't have Chim, dude, the ship still needed to be sailed, you know.
Yeah.
And man, I'm like almost 100% sure I saw you in our pits a couple times, Aaron.
I was.
So I mean, from your perspective, what were our pits like in that time that you were there? Just that might be a far outlandish question, but
Intense, dude. I love it. And I'm the type, like, I'm not going to try to be the center of attention. That's why I was like chilling over here, just like looking over, because you guys are intense moments. You know what I mean? So it's like you guys have to keep yourself, and I want you to stay in that zone too. And I came over just because I'm like, one, I have to find, which I was upset, Brando, you weren't there.
Yeah, I know.
I was very sad. But then I saw the Master Chief himself, so I was like, gotta come over and support the boys. But like, dude, you guys pits, I love how serious you are about the game. That's what I love to see.
I try to be a little bit like, I try to take a book out of the Alex Frazee book where, because Alex Frazee, he's the kind of guy where he can like snap into game mode, then right as the point's over, he's talking, shooting shit with Tom Cole right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right? Like, that's one thing that I try to practice when it comes to the calming as the storm is happening. You know? Yep. I like being able to switch that back, and that's just one skill that me personally, I have definitely tried to work on. And I remember seeing you in our pits, and I was like, let me turn off the switch of intensity where it's like, I got to go show Aaron that I love him. You know what I'm saying? So,
bro, I was eating that up, dude. Right? I was eating it up.
So
I love it.
It was absolutely awesome seeing you in our pits. I honestly get a stat boost. It sucks we lost that match, but I get a stat boost when you're there for sure.
If it made you feel better, I wasn't there long enough to see you guys lose the match. I thought you guys, anytime I'm with you guys, I'm like, they were going to win. And I just like walk off.
We're going to lose.
Hey, it's not my moment. So just like, I just walked off, but hey, you gave yourself away, bro. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, it's just one of those things where, you know, when you're with the boys in the pits, dude, like the tension is consumable. You know, like you can
dude, it's palpable, bro.
Grab it and bite it. You know what I'm saying? You know, the tension is just there, and all of us are incredibly committed to the craft of, you know, zoning in. So
that's what sets me off. Like, even I don't care if you didn't hire me. If I can feel that in your pits and I have my camera on me, even if I have my phone on me, I'm taking it out because I want to get some content, because that's the type of, it's like I feed off of that.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Dude.
Plus, it's also that's content that you want for yourself.
Yeah.
Duh, yes, dude.
And that's one thing that.
And I'll give it to you for free afterwards. You know.
And that you're the man, Aaron. We appreciate you very much. But that's one of those things where it's like, you know, in a way, when it comes to, I mean, the amount of content that I get at events is so much compared to how much I post, right? And I guess some of it is just for me. I mean, I guess I'm one of those guys where it's like I'm living in the moment, but I'm like, hey, smile, you know? But it's also like I like capturing those moments, you know? And I think that's a way how I kind of look at it with you, when the way you just said that, where you're like, even if I'm pulling out my phone, not even my camera, I'm capturing the moment, you know? And who says you even post that? But it's like just the fact that you have it, you can look at it as a landmark to being like, oh man, I remember being there at that exact moment.
And you
love it,
you can feel the emotion again.
Absolutely.
You can, dude. It's sick to like look back on it.
Absolutely. And you know, moving on real quick. So this one real quick, when it comes to footage, dude, tell me about your fucking dope ass drone flying with some of this, like, these mountains of stuff you're blowing up. Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's at the quarry, man. Yeah.
Dude, tell us about that.
It's just one of those things I've always wanted to do, was drone footage. I see it all the time, and it's my pride. It's like, it's something I should really cut down being too prideful, but I look at it and it's just like, man, I can do better than that, bro.
Mhm.
So I was talking about it for a while, and I was just shooting the crap with Enrique one day, and he's like, "Hey, I have a drone if you want to buy it." So I had that in my, in my back pocket right there, and so I bought the drone. And I'm thinking of like ways to use it. I was like, okay, I like to sport fish, so like, can I capture sport fishing? And I'm like, I'll start small. And since I work at the quarry, and there's I noticed when I post stuff from the quarry, like I'm a nerd when it comes to like talking about stone and asphalt and stuff, just
Yep.
because I'm in it all the time. People from the page actually like that stuff, dude.
100%.
Love it. Like Lastro, he is a nerd
Oh yeah.
for that stuff. He loves it.
You know,
So
sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but real quick.
no, go ahead, bro.
There's this one YouTube channel that sometimes I'll watch where, no joke, it is a concrete company. And just seeing these guys just do their craft like perfect down to a T is just so satisfying. Anyway, back to you, Aaron. I'm sorry.
What color are their trucks? Is it red and yellow?
Maybe. You might
Probably
honestly.
Sylvie.
I feel like you might have seen. I feel like you might see this content as well.
Yeah, I think it's Sylvie.
Okay.
They're really big in East Coast because I know Sylvie puts out a lot of stuff too.
Okay.
Um,
Maybe that is the guy.
but yeah, Sylvie's like, dude, they have some pretty cool stuff, dude.
Definitely.
But I was just like, cool, and I'm like I said, I'm district manager, so like, the only person that's above me for a boss,
This guy.
Brando. So like the only people above me is my boss, the vice president of the company, and the owners.
Mhm.
So I'm pretty chill with the vice president. So I was like, I texted him like, hey, I have a drone. Can I get permission to fly in the quarry? And whatever content that I get, because I'm learning. So like whatever content that I get, and if you guys want it, I'll just like give it to you guys. I don't care. So people will see that and be like, oh, you shouldn't give away content. But like, bro, it's gonna suck at first. And I'm using that as a way to get better in practice.
100%.
So like,
I mean, look at the podcast. Look at this podcast right now. Literally the same thing.
yeah.
In a way, kind of.
Yep.
But, like, right, we're I guess giving out our work for free because we love to do it, and even though it's shitty right now, it's gonna turn into something with experience. So,
bro.
dude, I can relate to that, Aaron, 100%. So keep going. Sorry about your drone with the company.
Oh, I just like to fly in the quarry. Obviously I'm in the know for a lot of stuff that's going down and happening.
Mhm.
So like, I'll get a text from the quarry manager. It's because he knows I have one too. So it's weird. We have so many managers. So the quarry manager is like, hey, we're blasting at like 12:30. I'm like, cool, because I want to get as many blasts as possible, so you can just like create all these like different reels and stuff. So like, yeah, I just get blasting content. There's dudes right now which I still have to grab, but I'm busy with like work right now.
Mhm.
They're painting. We have two huge buckets sitting outside, like bucket loaders from like, I don't know, the freaking 30s and 40s.
Oh, geez.
Now they're just statues. They sit out in front of our driveway, one
Okay.
on the right hand side, one on the left. Well, there's a company that came in and they're repainting all of them. So I want to grab content of those. I got content of them before they were painted. Now I got content of them while they're painting because I want to get like cool close-up shots, like panning over and you can see the spray come up off of it. Like
Oh.
that's the type of stuff I want to grab too, bro.
Oh, dude, like I hear that and I just think, hell yeah. You know?
Yeah, brother.
Hell yeah. You know, especially when I see the explosion videos, dude, I give out at least one audible hell yeah. You know?
You got to, dude.
So, dude,
It's man stuff.
amen to that.
Dude,
That's
shit.
the best. That's the best way I could possibly describe it. That is man shit.
Yes, sir.
You know.
Explosions and the any big heavy machinery that I love. Like a while ago, you were posting a couple pictures of the I don't know what they're called, but the massive trucks.
The Komatsu 650Rs, dude. Hell yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
Brandon,
my
how the hell did you
God.
not know that was the Command-Su 650Rs, bro? How did you
Yeah.
not know that?
Come
Oh
on,
my
Brandon.
God, what a
Gosh, dude.
I know. I like kissing boys. I know.
That's
Jesus.
straight. That is
Oh.
straight,
You're
bro.
right. You're right.
Come on, man.
Cue the one
No,
audible
but-
hell yeah.
But that along with the explosions, like I like seeing that stuff. Right. It really is fucking cool.
Hell
Yeah, people think they're cool with their Ferraris and stuff. They're like, my Ferrari is 250,000. It's like, each one of those trucks, we just bought 3 of them. Each one of those trucks, a piece is $750,000.
That is a
Yeah.
big number.
Yeah, and that's not even like the Komatsu loaders that we have. The big, like they're called 800s. Massive loaders. Each bucket I think is like 20 tons, maybe 14 to
Holy
21
fuck,
tons. Bro, they're like $1.3 million and we just bought like 4 of them.
dude.
Right. Subtle
Like,
flex. Subtle flex.
let me.
Subtle flex. It's not me flexing, but it's just the company bought them.
No,
Yeah.
dude.
But it's just cool.
People, dude, think about that audience. How many 21 or 14 to 21 tons?
Yeah.
Dude, that like I'm trying to like think of like how heavy that is, bro.
You can fit the size of the bucket. I can park my F-150, my work truck in there
Damn, and
easily.
how deep are they?
Phew. I could probably fit, if you do it side by side, they'll hang over the bucket a little bit. You could probably fit 4 side by side F-150s in there, 3 to 4 F-150s.
What?
Matt,
Holy
dude, they're
shit.
massive, bro. They're
Dude,
massive.
that is fucking awesome, bro. And you get to work with that every day.
Yeah. You know the coolest part is? If you wanted to, Komatsu has a system that you could put certain pinpoints at the portions of the quarry that they need to drive on to
Mhm.
go get loaded in the pit and then come up to the crusher. You could put certain Wi-Fi pins that run off of the existing 4G network that we have around us. You could actually run those autonomously through a system.
Whoa.
Nobody has to drive them.
What?
Yeah.
Yes,
Something that big by itself. Eesh.
Are you
I've seen
telling
it.
me
Oof.
AI's making the dumpies? AI's doing
Yes, bro.
dumpies? Dude,
Yes.
what the fuck world are we living in, bro? Fucking AI is a thing, dude. I was saying how AI is the future, bro. When it comes to getting copywritten for, I was like, maybe I should have like an intro song. Cause I went on Sheldon's, he had a dope ass intro, and I'm like, maybe we should do that. Maybe I should just like use ChatGPT to just get like fucking Ryan Greenspan to fucking start singing me some song, and then just use that as our intro.
Dude.
You know,
Hell yeah, dude.
you know, right? Like, what the fuck is this world coming to with AI? That shit is insane to think about.
Yeah, now AI can drive, you know, multi-ton trucks filled with rock by themselves.
How far? Do you know how far those drives are?
Um, I would say quarter of a mile from down in the hole, all the way up top to the crusher. Yeah.
Okay, and you haven't seen any mistakes with that?
Um, Not so far. Knock on wood. You know, the guys that we have driving, they're very safety oriented. They're very good drivers, and that's all they do really is drive those trucks. So
Okay. Fuck
they're
yeah.
very good people.
Wow. That dude, that job sounds so interesting. You know,
Dude,
when
there's so much stuff at a quarry that I want to take the content.
absolutely, I mean, why not? Like, people don't really show that off very much. You know, I feel like
Not at all.
I forgot what show it was, but it was like it wasn't Ice Road Truckers, but it was like some like gold digging show where they're kind of in quarries and they're like filming for finding gold and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly which one you're talking about. I love that
I
show.
feel like that's like common like dad history channel right there. You know, that's
That's
like
Discovery Channel type of stuff,
Discovery
dude.
Channel. That's what it is. Yep. Right. So I
Yep.
feel like besides that show, you don't really see that much of like that kind of like blue collar really being highlighted that much.
No, and that's the reason why I wanted to start doing the construction side. Because I hear the conversation all the time at work, and this is like where I'll like put on my professionalism Hormesis band on. Um, there were I know for my job, I'm not sure about other parts of the construction industry when it comes to mining. Um, but for quality control side, the average age of a technician in quality control doing my job, I think is around 50 to 55.
So you're in there
So
young.
yeah, I started
Wow.
there when I was 18.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and I became a district manager at 28, 29.
Oh, I bet the unks fucking hate your ass sometimes.
So many people hate me because I'm very polite like I am here, but my job is so how we get the millions of dollars worth of payment for job sites. So most of the stuff that I do is roadway.
Uh huh.
Sometimes, well, most of the time, that stuff I Me and my boss are the ones that I do all the testing with my employees, all the stone testing for multiple different stones, and then we make the mix designs that make the asphalt, and then we test the asphalt for quality control, and then we will sometimes test for pavement testing. So how that works is if you're paving a road, you already pave it. So what you're doing is while you're paving and sending stuff out to the job site, you'll do the testing for quality control, make sure the stuff's good going out there.
Mhm.
Um, and make sure it meets the specifications for that job site. And then after it's laid, they will take the loose box samples before they compacted it. And then after they compact it, they'll cut cores from the roadway to test compaction to make sure it's compressed to the right percentage. That will come back to us sometimes. It depends on the contract. It can either go to us or it goes to the state. So the state, Harrisburg, where I live, Pennsylvania, they will test it or we will test it. It's one of the two. So I directly and indirectly have a hand in multi-million dollar projects that we get paid for. So our job is very important, very, very important.
100%.
So a lot of people don't like me because sometimes I'm nobody's dad. I always tell people when I go to work, I don't care about being your friend. If I get to be your friend, that's awesome. But there has to be a separation, a professional friendship and a personal friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I'm at work, this is my job. I'm quality control testing and I'm making money for the company owners. That's how I keep my job. So if you impede in that process, I will quick snap your ass back in line so I can keep doing my job. Either stay in my lane, and if you're in my lane and you're supposed to be there, let's get this right. And if you're in my lane and you're not supposed to be there, get out and I'm going to keep going. So like sometimes a lot of people don't like me.
Interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
so before I move on to a more vulnerable question, I want to ask about this job. So if a Joe Schmo is listening and be like, damn, what his job sounds awesome, I want to get into that. What are some ways on how people can, like, what are some qualifications that you need? What is like something that you need to even get your foot in that door?
Have a pulse, show to work on time. That's it. And know how to do math. It's not even hard math. Just be able to, what's 2 + 2? And if it's above that, know how to work a calculator. That's literally it. I will teach you everything else you need to know. I'll send you off to schooling to get your certifications. The company pays for them. And then once you get your certifications, I'll actually give you a $2 raise on top of what you're already getting. And if you want to keep pursuing your certifications, I'll also approve that to get higher certifications where the company will pay for more of those. And then I'll give you another raise on top of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so some people might be intimidated by that, but do you need college for that job?
No, not at all.
So you just need a pulse and a good attitude.
Yes, it is. And I say that joking / not joking. Because I've had employees that can come in and they can't show up on time. It's just they're young, they're dumb, and they're not even just dumb. They just don't take it serious. It's just sometimes it's just
It's a job.
how those. Yes, it's just how they are. And that's just a job to me, but it pays for
career.
everything, so it is a career, 100%.
There's a big difference between a job and a career.
Yeah. So yeah, just have a pulse and want to learn. Have a drive to want to learn, and if you do that and you show up on time, I will be extremely motivated. And if my guys have a goal, like I have a kid that right now that's 19 years old. He has a good drive. The kid wants to learn, and he works very hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I want that kid. Sometimes I want him to succeed more than he wants to, even though he wants to succeed very bad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have the motivation for my guys to want to succeed, to make as much money as they possibly can. I've butted heads, with my boss and the VP before, like, hey, we need to get these guys freaking paid, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I will never try to take money from people. I advocate for people to always make more money.
I mean, with that being said, you just sound like a fucking great guy to be leading a helm, especially where it's
I'm
like,
still here.
yeah, especially where you're like, if you want to get into it, you need the bare minimum is you need a pulse and a good attitude.
Yes.
In a joking way, and but dude, that is hard to come by now. Because
It is.
right. You got to get that motivation to want to go get that job and the discipline to keep it. Right. You got to roll that.
Yeah.
You got to roll that ball up, and then keep rolling it up to keep that discipline. Right.
Yeah, and people, I'm sorry to cut you. I'm
no,
sorry.
not at all. Not at all. You're good.
People say that, like, the line of, oh, we're a family here. But, like, my guys, we kind of are. Like, my one employer, my one employee, like, I dictate this off of I don't let anybody around my family that I do not trust.
Oh yeah.
My kids were just at the lab. I think it was this past Friday. Um, so, like, my employee Rob, he's a hilarious guy. He's awesome, dude. My daughter made him this, like, it's a wooden cutout of a ghost, and she painted it, and she said, "This is for Mr. Rob."
Mr. Rob.
Rob. Yep. So I'm like, all right, cool, kid. So, like, he's a great dude, and so that motivates me to, like, yeah, we're a team, bro. Like, there's some days where I'll be in there, I'm 100%, and he's 10, and I'll be like, bro, buck it up. We got to make shit happen today. And he's like, I got you, man. And, like, we work together, bro.
Yeah, sometimes you just need a stern shaking where it's like, hey, bro, get your shit together.
Sometimes I do too, dude.
I assume
I'm
he's
not
probably
always-
there for you. Mr. Rob's probably like, yo, we got shit to do.
He is. He picks me up when I was in that little depression for a little bit. I got kind of relaxed with some paperwork and stuff. That should have been kept up to date. We're good now, obviously. But, it's great because my boss isn't the type of person that, you need to get this done, and then he's done with it. Like, he cares about me too.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, my boss sat me down 2 weeks ago, and he's like, hey, like, are you all right? And he's like, I know, like, the loss of your uncle that really messed with you, but this stuff needs to get done. You're getting a little sloppy, because I'm very, like, militaristic with my work.
Yeah.
So, like,
that's a nice way of him telling you, get your fucking shit together.
100%.
That is a
And
nice
he doesn't
way of
have
him
to.
saying, no, yeah, absolutely. He could
But-
totally be a fucking hard ass.
Exactly.
But the fact that he's able to recognize that something's going on, right? It's something on a little bit deeper of a level than just a boss.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, that's a good environment.
And that's where it's like, it kind of is family, where it's like, like, they respect me enough to be able to talk to me as a human being, because obviously I'm going through human emotions, and it's incredibly hard for me, and they can see it.
Yeah, he's an awesome boss, man.
A lot of people don't show that, so that kudos to that guy. That is an awesome boss. One thing you were talking about with how you felt a little bit depressed, and you and I were talking in some DMs about, sometimes there are some things that have some effect on your self-esteem with what you were saying, imposter syndrome. Dude, tell me a little bit about that. Like, how do you deal with that, and how does it affect you?
The imposter syndrome, I still have. It's just one thing. I don't know why I can't shake it, but it mostly rears its ugly head when I'm in, like, when I first got this job as a manager. I was a tech for, I think, 6 years, 7 years at the time before, my boss retired, and then I was given that opportunity. So, like, imposter syndrome was with me for, like, the first, like, 3 years as a district manager. Like, am I good enough? Am I going to, and I was already doing the job. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you look at it paperwork wise, like, ones and zeros, I'm already doing the job. Like, I was doing all the payment testing, millions of dollars were rolling through my hands, like, making sure everything was good to go. It's usually, it comes up when I'm in an area where, even if you have it locked down, you can always learn from. You can always learn more.
Yeah.
It's like, so photography was another one of those things where I started doing that. It's very hard still for me to this day to accept any type of, like, hey, you're doing a great job. Oh, yep. Hey, thanks, man. Go back to it. And it's, sorry, my Apple Watch is being stupid. So I don't try. It's not like me being, like, an a-hole, or like trying to be holier than thou type of mentality when I don't want to accept the praise. It's I know I can do more, and I know what I left on the table, so I want to make sure I keep a level of professionalism and do the best that I possibly
Mm-hmm.
can. And even when I'm killing it, I know I can do better. And there's ways that I can learn new things. And but it's like, Dan is amazing. Dan Shelley, you guys all know him.
Oh, definitely. Love that guy to death.
Dude, I can't
I
say
owe him a
enough
ton.
good things. Dude, he was saying in the podcast he's a massive man. Dan's taller than I am.
He is, dude.
We have a
Everybody's
photo
taller than me
together.
and Brando now, so we're the short guys
Oh,
in the
pretty.
podcast.
It's all good.
You know.
But like he really sat me down when I was going through some stuff at Texas. And same thing with Enrique and Carlos from Get That Shot. If it was not for them, I would still be dealing with the things that I was dealing with. Those three really made me be like, you know what? No, I am a professional. You're not you're not going to do this. I'm not going to stick up for this. Like, so if it wasn't for those three guys, and because the imposter syndrome does lock me into like sometimes I feel like I'm a day one person either at my job or at photography. And everybody can always get better somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like you guys,
Yeah.
I would call you guys like almost you guys are professionals to me.
I appreciate
There's
that.
always anytime, bro. There was one time where you guys were professionals, beginning of this year. Remember that.
Briefly for
Oh,
like
you're
35
right, dude.
minutes.
Briefly.
You are so right. I almost forgot, bro. Holy fucking shit. I need a plaque.
You do. But you guys also know that there's ways that you guys can improve too.
Yeah.
But my mind, and I don't even try to do this, it takes over and goes into overdrive to where people see me. So I don't know how people see me, but like they might see me like up here, but I think I'm still like the day one guy that just like stood on the field. So like how I deal with it is I talk to people and and I don't talk to many people, but I confide like in you guys, Enrique, Carlos. I'm just starting to confide in him because he was such a huge advocate for me at Texas, and I found out how good of a guy Carlos actually was.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dan, everybody knows he's a great guy.
Fantastic guy.
Yeah, so I deal with it by having to take like a break for a little bit and like, you know what? No, I am this. I am good. Yeah, there's ways I can do better. I can always bump up the quality here. But there's those moments where you have to sit there and you have to be your own like biggest fan, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
you have to look at it and be like, yep, no, like I am good enough, right? Like you go through that ebb and flow of it, of the imposter syndrome of being feeling like shit. No, I don't deserve this praise. Oh, we're getting the wife.
Me,
No, love it.
no, it's my dogs. Hold on, let me mute this stuff.
Whoa, 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 whoa. See, dog. Oh man.
What a good
All
dog.
right. Well, yeah. Here,
Now
I'll
we're good. They might hear some stuff from outside, but I keep that
Mm.
freaking
Oh,
that
yeah.
thing on me. Good.
Oh, yeah, boy. Oh, yeah, boy.
Hey, just in case somebody comes in, I got shower pew pews. I got lots of Freedom Seed delivery devices.
But you're, damn, I like that. Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yes. But go ahead,
So,
Brando. I'm sorry.
no. So you go through that ebb and flow throughout over time
Mhm.
of feeling like you don't deserve the praise that you're getting. You don't feel like up to that standard, and then you tell yourself like, no, I am good. Like, we're you've achieved what you were looking for, and then back down every now and then. Like, is it that for you?
100%. Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
mostly when
I
I get
mean,
to new environments, really.
yeah. All right. So going down that line, like it's it's until you achieve some some moment or some I mean again, just a goal, right? Then you find yourself satisfied. And everyone goes through it, right? I mean, some more than others, maybe. But myself, Hatch, I no doubt you've gone through it too. We've
Absolutely.
all gone through it, either work for paintball. Hell, there's been times for paintball. It's like, fuck, dude, they don't really fucking to be pro. I don't fucking know. And
Yeah.
then it's like, oh, no, we're chilling, we're good.
Oh yeah.
You
When
know,
I get that first point, I'm like, oh, we just fucking smoked those guys. I'm good.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, it's like, ooh, fuck, dude, we just lost 4 points against Impact. Are we really fucking? Oh, we just won 4 points. We're fucking
No,
good.
playing against Impact is like is or is so much different compared
Jesus.
to making.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? I'll stick to that. Mike Arena, I'm coming for you. Everybody on Impact, I'm coming for you.
Okay.
Over to Capital Edge Paintball Park. I'm playing on the Impact bunkers. But what I originally meant to say is when it comes to playing Impact and like when they have a good weekend and they just kind of smash us for a little bit, when we play anybody that's like semi-pro, it like we can see the game more clearly now. It's like holy shit, like the pressure that we were feeling from Impact is just so much different than compared to like any other semi-pro team we played against. You know, so
Yeah.
You learn a lot
Certainly.
in your failures, dog. 100%.
absolutely, like I think you learn more from your failures than you do winning. You know, I think
Yep.
when you hit a win, your head can kind of blow up. And you kind of can get complacent or what word was I using earlier? What word was I using,
Big word.
boys? Where I was like,
4 syllables.
oh fuck me,
Plateau?
dude. No.
No.
Content.
Uh-huh.
When you're just like you're content, you're like, oh well, we can win. Like we don't have to work on anything if we can win. You know.
Yep.
Like, I feel like that's when a lot of people get content with that. And like when it comes to competitive sports, dude, you always have to be looking to climb the mountain. You know, at all times, but once you hit that peak, dude, it's like what's that fucking guy's name? Paradis or something like that. The guy that rolls all the
You're
way
not
back
getting
down.
me.
I
You're
know I
not
wasn't getting you, but
Yeah, good try, buddy. Good try.
you know, it's like once you win, dude, that stone gets sent all the way back down to the bottom, and now it's like when you get that layout, you gotta push it back all the way up to a win. It is not like once you push the rock up to the top, it stays there.
Yep.
It is, and that is one thing that I've learned. Right, is once you win, dude, the next day you're a Joe Schmo again. You have to
Back
prove
to
to
day
yourself,
one, baby.
Yep, you have to prove to yourself that it's like, okay, I'm meant to be here. Right.
Oh yeah.
So, okay, one question I got. I don't know if you guys saw that I posted it on I posted it on my story actually, not even that long ago. But I'm gonna copy it and put it in the chat that we got here, just so you guys can see. Okay, be honest. You guys winning in a 1v1 against that? Be honest, dude. That is what looks like to be a bloodlusted fucking sunbear.
Dude.
Like, let me get this video on screen real quick so everybody can see it.
God, the look in that thing's
Dude.
eyes was so
Dude, look at
scary.
this thing, Ian.
Смотрите, какой
Beat it.
он необычайный. Что там за коготочки?
Okay, I'm sorry if I just ear raped everybody, but
Oh,
I just had to show it because it's like, dude, like that animal, bro. Some people say they could take a grizzly bear. No way. If you like, people can't. There was, I think, 46% of people thought they could beat that in a 1v1 barehanded. Bro, that is one of the most savage animals I've ever seen.
wait,
Go to
barehanded?
the hospital and get your mind checked.
I mean, I bet
dog.
if you even have an 8-inch knife, you're not winning that shit.
No,
Dude,
you
like,
see the look in that thing's eyes,
yeah,
bro?
dude, that thing's eyes. Like, let me bring this over again so everybody can see it. Dude,
I'm a little squirrely.
look at this thing. What are you doing
Got it.
against that?
Like, Brandon's like, that bird doesn't even know jujitsu, dude.
Dude,
Yeah,
you know what?
yeah,
Okay, you want to know one of
small.
our teammates that said they could beat that in a 1v1? Take a guess, Brando, on which one of our teammates said they could beat that in a 1v1.
AJ.
Yes.
Oh my god,
Dude,
cricket ass toe ain't going nowhere.
I mean, unless that fucking
Sit
toe,
your ass
if he
down.
cracks that toe straight and it's like Saitama and he's One Punch Man all of a sudden, that no way, right? So tell me about it, guys. If you were to encounter that in the wild, what is your guys' first play? Bloodlusted sunbear, and you got Smiley Joe honey in a backpack.
What's the setting? What's the setting?
Oof, setting.
Smiley Joe in a backpack?
No, I'm honestly down
Like
to
the honey.
Yeah, with the
Oh,
honey.
the honey.
Okay,
Ooh.
okay. Let's think about this. And
We're just on a hike or something?
No, let's be way more
Right.
urban than that. Let's look at specifically Chicago, but a McDonald's play place.
Are there people in
Okay.
the play place?
No, and this is let me tell you, this is
Oh
like,
man.
and this is like, pre-2000s, so there's definitely a ball pit. No one's getting Hep B from a fucking homeless syringe in there.
Wait,
There's a ball pit.
South Chicago?
Yeah,
So there might be weapons in there. Okay.
yeah, there might be weapons
All
in there.
Go right in the ball pit.
Oh yeah, there's something in the ball pit for sure. But what's your guys' first course of action against that? Aaron,
What's the
you're the
rule
only
for
one who actually has a
sunbears?
chance against this fucking thing compared to me and
No,
Brando.
I don't. No, I don't. I'm just a lot more to eat, bro.
But
Like-
Look, I'm. Oh man.
What if it's the rule? It's the rules if it's this. Now, this isn't for any other. This isn't race, okay? But if it comes to bears, the rule is if it's black, you fight back. If it's brown, you lay down. If it's white,
good night.
say goodnight.
Yep.
Yes.
So what is
If
that?
it's a
That was
sun
like,
bear?
that's like brown with, or that's like black with a brown crest on his front.
Dude, but the look in his eyes. He's like looking down. He's like looking up at you, like hypnotized. Murder.
I'm hypnotized. Look, he's hypnotizing me, like looking into his eyes.
I
like,
think like there's not even much going on behind those
and
eyes.
let me tell you, dude, I
There's
don't know if you
nothing.
guys have ever seen what a sun bear's tongue looks like. Bro, when he kills you, imagine what he's doing with that tongue, bro.
Okay, he hasn't seen my tongue. Hold on, settle down. Like,
I was just about to say, Brandon's just like,
Oh fuck,
you have to fight the sun bear, dude.
dude.
Yeah. Well,
What's that sun bear up to, bro?
Oh, I'm fucking
I
dead.
guess where I'm gonna put that honey.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, because you're in South Chicago in a McDonald's play place pre-90s, or I guess right in the 90s.
I'm
where there's a ball pit.
climbing up.
But you have an 8-inch fixed blade knife. Do you think you could win that?
That's fine. I'm climbing up into the slides and everything because it's gonna be small and that bear's fucking big and he's not gonna have as much reach.
Sun bear is the smallest bear species.
And it's still bigger than me.
No, it's not.
What?
I guarantee it's
How
not.
tall are they?
All right, Brando, you're the Google guy.
Should we be realistic?
I got it.
What-
Realistically, if I had to fight this thing, and so I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out like a
Oh,
wuss.
fuck.
All right.
Right?
So
How
if
tall
I
are they?
8-inch, how tall are they?
4 to 5 feet. God damn it.
Right? It's like, dude, they're smaller than you.
That's small. That's Michelle's size. Damn. I could.
That much.
yo. He's just like looking over at his wife. He's like, yeah, I could.
Imagine,
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
guess
win
it's
that
like,
bear, dude.
imagine Michelle, but she has 10 8-inch fixed blades on her hands. That's basically the
Dude,
fight.
she has nothing, and I'm scared of her now.
Oh, fucking shit, bro. Oh my god.
Alright.
That, like, okay.
Ugh.
So,
I'm not winning that, bro. I'm just gonna have to stab it so many times before I die, so I don't go out like a wuss.
yeah, honestly, dude, Aaron, if I'm being honest, a bloodlusted Aaron against that,
I'm stabbing it in the
low-key
throat.
it's low-key like 50-50 in my eyes.
Okay, so 5 foot. I thought that bear was like 6, 7
No,
foot. That's
the
what
sun
kind of
bear
look
is
like.
the smallest bear in the animal kingdom.
6'7"?
All right, 6, 7.
6'7"?
Oh. All right. So
Damn.
realistically, I still don't think I'm gonna win that fight. I don't think it's 5 foot. How many pounds is it, Brando? Did you get the weight on that thing?
Yeah, they can be up to 180 pounds.
I'm smoking it. Never mind. I'm smoking it.
Yeah?
I'm smoking that bear, bro.
That's 180
Can I wear
pounds of
protective
muscle,
equipment?
though.
Yeah, and I'm freaking in my prime, bloodlusted. I'm like
Oh, yeah.
270.
Okay,
Like,
so
I-
break me through this, dude. Tell me your game plan on how you're gonna. Let me get a picture of what a 1995 McDonald's would look like. Brando, post in the chat what a 1995 McDonald's would look like with a ball pit.
Okay.
Okay, so do we have any protective equipment, or is it just like shorts and t-shirt type of thing?
Honestly, I'll give you.
I'm just thinking for like how they claw you, like if they get a tendon
I'll give
behind
you
your
an
like
above
knee or
average
something.
Carhartt.
Above average Carhartt. Okay, I'm smoking that thing.
Oh, that's what I like to
I-
fucking hear.
Dude, and you give me an 8-inch fixed blade. It's all defensive fighting. You have to defensive fight against that. And then if it slashes at me, try to dodge. Now I'm a pretty dodgy dude for being pretty big.
Yep.
I'm fast on my feet. And then if it tries to bite you, let it get in. And I'm just gonna try to do my best to stick that blade completely down its throat.
Holy fucking
And then when you,
shit.
if you get it in there, because like what they teach you about with like dogs sometimes is if you have a good aggressive dog, they try to bite you and they get a hold of you, press your forearm back into their freaking mouth.
Oh, their gag reflex and everything, right?
Yeah. So guess what? You're gonna gag on an 8-inch blade, but I'm gonna try to stuff it all the way in there.
Holy fucking shit.
Jokes on you. I don't gag past 6.
It's the bear, Brandon. It's the bear, dog.
My bad.
He
I
just
thought you
said gag
said-
reflex and forgot.
My bad. That was me.
He's using bear as in if it's like a San Francisco term. He's using that kind of bear.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
I thought that bear was a lot bigger, bro.
Brando, did you not see the video, bro? Did I send the wrong one? Did I send the San Francisco video?
No.
My bad, bro.
San Francisco.
Never mind. Bears in San
It was just
Francisco.
a bear in a
look way different.
cage. It was just a bear in the cage. I thought that cage was like 7 foot tall.
No, dude, those are
It
they're
looks-
relatively small.
They're in Mexico. It's in Spanish. They're in Mexico. So
Oh, they're tall. They're tall to like those guys anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Yeah, man.
like, that bear looks like it's on meth.
Yeah, that bear's scary, bro.
Like its eyes, like I just cannot stop like watching this video. So I gotta minimize this, bro. Get it
Yeah,
out of
the
here,
eyes
bro.
freak me out, bro. The eyes freak me out, bro.
Yeah, that is a scary video, but holy shit, boys, we've been recording for a long ass time. Honestly, Brando, you got any final questions for our amazing guest?
Oh man. You know what? I do actually, and this is for me, right? The dude, your camera settings. All right. So Michelle and I have we've gotten a camera and lenses and stuff. I've messaged you about lenses and everything.
Bears
I know
photography,
you
make
have
sure to
a
like and follow.
yeah. I know you have a your lens is it your f-stop 1.6 one it
2.8.
it 2.8. Oh man, I thought you had like a 1.6 or something. Okay.
I have a 1.8 as well. Yeah.
1.8. There you go. So, but I want to know your I'm assuming you're shooting on manual,
Always.
like
Yep.
manual focus and everything, right?
Always.
So got that.
Not
down.
manual focus. Autofocus. Yeah. But
Autofocus.
manual everything else.
Okay. See, that's the thing, because Michelle's a little more of the tech savvy one. I just kind of take it from her and run with it, and
Point and click.
yeah, point and click. More so with me than her, right? But I can adjust all the settings and everything, get the lighting right. But it was the weekend of Texas going on. I didn't play that weekend. I went out Saturday. Her team was practicing both Saturday and Sunday. I helped them out on Saturday. Come Sunday, I just took pictures of everyone there, the whole field, their team, anyone. I was going on both fields back and forth, and I remember like taking some pictures, like dude, like looking back at it on my camera, it's like, fuck, that's a good picture. Like I can't wait to get back home and put it on. Then I put it on the computer. It's like, what the fuck, dude? It's blurry. It's not completely in focus, and like tapping it, like I'm making sure it I'm hitting the buttons for it to focus on the subject, and yeah, okay. So knowing that it's autofocus, that's a big help. I'm gonna have to try that because we got it manual right now.
That's tough because I know I have to like get up and get it, but I have a Canon Mark II 70-200. Now it does have a manual focus and it has a zoom feature. Now when I shoot slow motion, I manual focus, but when I want to grab pictures and stuff, yeah, I think it's at front. Do you have the same one, the Canon? Yes, that front one is your manual. That should be your manual focus. Yep. And then the back one, that is your telephoto. Obviously, it's internal telephoto, but yep. So I never want to miss a moment, and it's obviously paintball is extremely fast paced. So yeah, that's the only thing on my camera that I do not like have manual, except for slow motion, because my camera is kind of older, so I have to use for 120 frames a second slow motion. I have to do the manual, and I suck. But yeah, what other questions you got, brother?
Honestly, it was trying to get to that to where if you were doing manual focus or autofocus, because I haven't touched autofocus or anything, because we kind of jumped straight into uh, um, shooting manual and learn as we go, and it was just I don't know, I was a little disappointed in some of the pictures, because again
Well, you're
everything
pretty.
else looked.
I'm sorry. You're a very smart paintball player, so you can use that to your advantage. If you want to shoot a guy that's going to, you can kind of see how they set up, and you know how they play by watching them.
Yeah.
If they're gonna go to the corner that's right by you, just pull your focus back down, focus for that bunker, and then come back up. And as soon as they get close to that bunker, start shooting in like a fast shutter, and just as they come in. So you already have the focus for there. But then while they're playing, there might be snap shooting out. That's when you look, and then you can like fine tune that really, really well. Because I've done that for
Oh,
video where I think I know where someone's coming in. So I'll set my camera down and I'll put the focus and I'll manual focus for that bunker that I think they're coming into. And then for the video, it looks real cool because they're coming in and it looks super blurry. Then just randomly cleans up and it looks like, oh, it's so artsy. It's like, no, I just suck at manual focus. So I just set it for this bunker, hoping he goes there.
oh, okay. See, I never thought because it's that even that the not segment, but yeah, the string of photos from there of like a breakout. Yeah, exactly. Of like, dude, some of this is looking good. Like this guy's running gun to the corners looking good, but
Mm-hmm.
as he gets closer, it's just blurry and out of focus. And
Mm.
so I never thought about focusing on where they're going. So all yeah, all right. I'm gonna
Or
take
if you
that.
get
I'm gonna
real
take
good
that.
with it, you'd have to figure out like right before the point starts. I'm like autistic with this. Like I always forget I could do manual focus all day with slow motion and I still forget. I'm like, okay, crank it to the right. Is that when they're coming towards me? Or is it going away? Like I always forget. So like even playing with lighting and stuff, I'm always like you'll always see me like going before bunkers. Okay, that's good here. And then go to the middle of the field just in case they move up. Okay, that lighting's good
Yeah.
there. Like I'll set some certain things. I'll set that. And the only thing I have to play with is like maybe my shutter. It's the same thing with the manual focus. Point it
Mhm.
here, and then like, okay, this person like point to something that's closer to you from the start box. So the start box is in frame, and then come to here. It's like, okay, and then you see which way you need to turn it that way.
At what point? Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. No, I really appreciate that. Um, yeah. Okay.
Always,
Gonna
brother.
have to get back out there and take some pictures.
Hell yeah, brother.
Fuck yeah. Dude, let me tell you, seeing Brando with the camera out there, dude, that is something that I put up a photo of him on my Instagram the other day of him holding the photo, and I'm like, damn, dude, it's so crazy how much we have evolved in the world of paintball, just not only as players, but like, I mean, obviously, we shoot content now in a way, right? We give back to the game in a way when it comes to media. I mean, obviously, I'm not like you, Aaron, when it comes to media, but uh,
Oh.
it is it is just so crazy how much paintball has like affected our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What
interesting.
event did you guys go live that Brandon was holding the camera? Because I was getting hyped seeing Brandon hold the camera, dog.
Hmm.
That
Was
was
that a
WC.
CEPO?
Oh, that was WC.
Oh,
No.
WC.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
the next one we are going to we're going to the next WC. Dude, I basically have like all of my weekends planned out until like 2 weeks after Cup, basically.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, I'm hyped.
because we have practice this weekend. The next weekend after that, I told the guys like a month in advance. I'm like, boys, I got a concert that I really want to go to. That like you guys can hate me, but it's like I think a once in a lifetime opportunity. Ready for this? Ready for this? This is the Elden Ring Orchestra. They're coming over from Europe, and they're good, right, dude? Okay, I see that.
That's
little,
pretty legit.
I see that little smirk on there. You know, he's like, all right, man, you're fine. But so me and my teammate Caden are going down there, and we're going to witness. I think it's their first time playing in the U.S. The Elden Ring Orchestra, and basically it's like a 2.5 hour show where they play out the entire storyline of Elden Ring right in front of you.
That's dope.
While they're playing the live music, right? Because I don't know if you ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender. You ever watched that, Aaron?
Mm-hmm.
I went to the Avatar: The Last Airbender Orchestra. Dude,
oh my gosh,
bro, that shit got my emotions in a fucking fratzel, bro. I don't even know how to describe it, bro. When Appa got captured, bro. Oh fuck, Appa.
Yo, when Aang went off, dude, I was hyped when Aang went off.
You talk which one?
When Aang went off, when Appa got stolen.
Oh yeah.
By this, yeah.
Dude,
the Sand Tribe or whatever the hell those guys were.
Yeah, dude, that was so fucking beautiful. And like, let me tell you, you might know this one. When I got to see Leaves from the Vine live, I don't know if you ever heard that song, dude. That was very sensitive part of my life. But dude, I cried. The music was just so goddamn beautiful. So,
I don't blame you.
You know, and I wonder if Elden Ring is gonna be the same. Because dude, I fucking love Elden Ring. Honestly.
You gotta dress up for it, dude. You gotta wear some like night stuff or something.
I don't think they'll allow me in. It's like a nice like dress coded place. So have
it on in your mind.
Oh yeah, I'm doing a Radon.
Sneak a headband in.
Yeah.
I could definitely sneak a headband in. 100%. I'll be like, dude, what, are you serious? This is my turban, bro. Get the fuck out of here. You're discriminating against me.
It's religious beliefs, dog.
You know? Dude, this is my Hormesis turban. Chill out. You know what? Maybe I could get a custom made turban by Hormesis. That'd be sick.
They might. But they're in Bali, right? That's their thing.
Oh yeah, it is, right? So why would they not?
Talk to Ollie about it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Gotta get him on the. Gotta get Ollie Lang chat GBT. Him singing Wonderwall. You know, as the intro. Right.
Oh yeah, dude.
So.
Oh yeah.
But usually we do a code word and a cool guy of the week, but we're gonna be changing it up a little bit. So instead of the code word of the week, one thing I wanted to do is with every single guest that we have, Aaron, I want you to, if every single human was in coordinate with each other right now to where you could spread a message to every single human on the earth, what message would it be?
Oh crap. We just gotta, there's a lot of division now, man. We just gotta remember, what would I say? Because it's like, we just gotta come together. No matter who tries to split us apart, as a collective, people as a whole, we are always stronger, no matter our differences, if we are together as a people.
Wow.
Doesn't matter, nothing. Religion, color, race, nothing. Gotta come together.
I agree with that completely.
Yep.
And what a great message, right? Unity
Yes,
is everything
sir.
that keeps us together, right? It's being neighborly. So I really like that, Aaron. I really do like that.
You ever watch Ants from Disney?
Yeah. That shit traumatized me when the motherfucker's head was off.
Yeah, the grasshopper said, if those ants ever find out that they...
Yes.
Yeah, Bug's Life, sorry. Not ants. I watched that one too. But in Bug's Life, they say the grasshopper, he's talking to his little grasshopper buddies, and he said, if those ants ever find out that they outnumber us 100 to 1, it'll be game over for the life that we have. It's the same thing with the people. We're stronger together.
Absolutely, brother. And I just want to say, grateful to have you guys in my life. The unity that we all share here, right? I have your guys' backs, and I know you guys have my back. So,
hell yeah, man.
Absolutely love you guys. So, moving on to the cool guy of the week, Brando, send it.
Dude, cool guy of the week, just sent it. Oh no, his all right, he goes by
TikTok.
Mo Motivation.
I'm not even
Momo Motivation.
I
There
don't
we
even
go.
need a
Momo
minute.
Motivation. All right. So he does food challenges. I saw this one. He eats like 14 patties,
The mukbang video.
hamburger patties. Damn near, I guess. but it look, this is coming from the lasagna king himself,
Oh yeah.
man who ate 5 pounds of lasagna in one sitting.
Yep.
You know,
Holy
so
crap.
seeing this dude, he's a little guy too. He's super skinny. Um, he walks into this restaurant. They have like a challenge board, anywhere from like 4 patties all the way up to, was it 14? Maybe 14 or 17 actually. I don't remember I think it's 14 patties, and it's increments of like 5 minutes, and like 14 patties. He had to complete all that in 70 minutes, and he completed it in, oh man, I'm sorry, I'm blanking on how much time, but with more than enough time to remaining. All 14 patties, the buns, some like lettuce, tomato, cheese in between every patty, and then on top of that, motherfucker orders onion rings and like side of bacon and eggs, and then at the end of it, he pounds down a vanilla shake on top of that. And then he goes like on TikTok live and heads to a buffet and eats at a buffet. Like,
What?
Jesus. Yeah, this is
Right?
my cool guy of the week.
Yeah, dude. Like I couldn't even like. I feel in full just looking at that burger, bro. Holy shit. Shit looks awesome.
My gosh.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Wow, dude.
So-
Hey, straight up, shout out to the cool guy of the week. What's his name?
Momo Motivation.
Momo Motivation, the cool guy of the week. and
Momo
we love that guy.
Motivation.
Well, now we're getting to the end of the show. I want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank Welts Clothing. Thank you guys for everything you guys do for us. Seriously, every beginning of every month, first Wednesday of the month, Welts Wednesday. Make sure you guys go over and use code FTS for 10% off. Get yourself a little something nice, right? Me and Brando are gonna do a little dope trade for that band right there. That's gonna be mine in a second.
Damn straight.
Right, it's gonna be mine.
Yup.
But also shout out to Hormesis Paintball. Everything that they're doing, go on YouTube, check out All That Matters. I know for a fact that the Iron Kids is gonna be coming out this decade, so make sure you guys go over there and support. Buy their headbands, buy their dope ass merch. Thank you, Hormesis. We love you guys. And last but not least, but new, Capital Edge Paintball Park. If you guys are in Northern California and you guys really want to get to a premier spot in California, come on over there. You'll see me and Brando there almost basically every single weekend. You'll see at least probably 2 or 3 DMG guys there, even on our off weekends. We'd love to be out there. Great group of guys. They'll take care of you over there. There's great competition over there with Pink. There's some multiple divisional teams, the Devious Dogs, Grass Fed, PMDR. There's multiple teams that are always willing to put out spins and always looking to learn. So thank you, Capital Edge Paintball, for sponsoring this podcast. And oh man, there we go, boys. Episode 166. So if you're listening to this, actually, oh dude, how impolite of me. I'm so sorry. Aaron, where can people find you at? And what is the message you have for everybody?
Instagram, ARG image. I don't know. Just be nice to people, man.
Mm-hmm.
Be a kind person first. There you go.
Absolutely. And thank you, Aaron, for coming on, bro. Seriously, it means the world to us. You're one of those guys that, dude, I couldn't even picture my life without you. You know, when
He's part of the boys with a Z.
Part of the boys with the Z. That shit is sticking. Right? I'm even putting that in the description of all our videos. But Aaron, I just want to say thank you, dude, because when the whole transition came out, you were one of those guys that reached out to me and is like, dude, like I support you fully and I have your back, right? And that time was so scary to me. That learning experience. I mean, I'm literally about to go do it again and get traumatized 2.0 for it. But you know, you were there since day one supporting, and I really do appreciate it, Aaron. It has been nothing but a pleasure having you on. So
appreciate you guys, man.
To the audience, if you guys are listening to this, we love you guys, and if you guys ever need anything, we got your back. See you later. Bye.